guys, and welcome back to another video with the two favorite book nerds, Amy
and Kelly.
Today we're going to be talking about book 4 in the Dungeon Crawler Carl series, The Gate of the Feral Gods. Alright, so this is going to be part 1 of what I'm guessing is going to be 3 parts.
I think so, yeah.
So we're gonna try and shorten the videos a little bit, because we know that we yap. We're going to yap a lot.
Yeah.
So,
well, ever since we tried to do book 3 in one setting.
Yeah.
And it didn't work.
No.
So we're like, yeah, we're gonna break this up.
My brain cannot handle it.
No.
Editing or filming.
Yeah.
So yeah,
so,
book
yeah.
4. New level.
Yeah.
New crazy things happening. More amazing donut lines.
So we are gonna do chapters 1 through 12.
Oh yes.
If you're reading along, that's what we're going to talk about right now. This is full spoilers, so that you know off the bat. But yeah, we're going to deep dive 1 through 12 for this video. So yeah, we've got, oh my gosh, so much.
So much happening.
So much, yeah.
So the new level.
The new level. So when we left off with book 3, as they descended down, they went into this room, they had to spin a wheel. And so spinning the first wheel got them into the air quadrant, and spinning the second wheel got them, their enemy was the gnomes.
Oh yes.
The gnomes of the air. Yeah, so your opponents will be the dirigible gnomes. In order to pass this level, you must storm their castle in the sky, known as the Wasteland Fortress. So the other choices were the Night Gaunt Precipice and the Great Dirt Islands of the Wind Sirens. And what's kind of, I don't know if, because those other two are not in this book so far anyway. I don't remember them being in it at all. Not this book, but that book. So I wonder if they had landed on one of the others, they'd be in a different bubble.
Oh, maybe.
So maybe that's how that worked out. I don't know. Anyway.
Yeah. No, it's a very interesting level. Like, I really...
Yeah.
I like this one a lot better than the trains.
Well, it's much more straightforward.
It is.
It's much more straightforward. So we are
that.
in, and I know this is in, I know it's in the physical book too, but the Kindle as well. So you can see that's where, I don't know if that's, is it focused? So basically in this bubble, there is a big tower, and the air quadrant is at the top. There's a little, like, what do you call that? When like a volcano blows and it leaves that thing at the top, whatever. So yeah, the air quadrant, there's like this bowl, the name is right there. The air quadrant is at the top of this tower. And then you've got the tower, which is the tomb part. It's the subterranean quadrant. Around it, you've got a strip of land, and around that, you've got a strip of sea. So there's the 4 quadrants in this bubble. And the whole floor is like a sheet of bubble wrap. And each little bubble has a different 4 quadrants. So I'm assuming, depending on how you spun the wheel, depended on what bubble you went into, I think.
That
Probably.
would be my guess. Maybe, yeah.
That's what I'm guessing.
Potentially, I don't know. They did mention in there somewhere, they were like, we tried to divide you up as best as we could, like the crawlers. But
because there's like 1,172 bubbles.
That's a lot of bubbles.
So there's only, like, what did they say? Maybe like 100 there's only 100 koalas. 100 crawlers in each bubble. Kind of thing. So I don't really know. Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe however they spun it would change their bubble. I don't really know. But anyway, they're in like this desert bubble. So once they start kind of talking to other people in their chat, they find out that other people are like in jungles, tropical islands kind of things. So they're all different.
Yeah.
But they all have the same 4 quadrants. Before they entered, they said, you know, you had to basically take the castle in order to win your quadrant.
Mm-hmm. And then you could go to any of the other quadrants.
Yeah, but they find out, once they meet up with Mordecai, they find out from the announcement that before stairwells, because once the castles have the stairwells,
mm-hmm.
but the stairwells will be closed until all 4 quadrants are won.
Yeah.
So
which immediately is like, seems like such an overwhelming task. And then we find out where the castle is in the air quadrant, and then you're just like, how in the heck are they going to get this done?
They know right even before the announcement, because they meet up with Mordecai and they're talking about it, and Mordecai tells them where the castle is. He's like, "That's your castle."
Yeah, it's like what, 1,000. It's like,
he said like
super
4
high.
kilometers, 4 to 5 kilometers up
5
in the air. Well, it's
so
to the top of the bubble is 5 kilometers from the top of the tower, and the wasteland is this like flying fortress that is up in the bubble air. So yeah, so they have to figure out how to get to the castle to start with, and then they find out that's not good enough.
Right.
And then they find out that most of the other crawlers in their bubble are all very low level crawlers.
Yeah.
So there's only a few kind of competent high level crawlers, and they have to deal with and work with.
Yeah, they're all gonna have to work together.
All these low level crawlers.
Yeah. Reading all of that at the very beginning, like it all getting kind of explained out what the objective is gonna be for this level, and I'm just like sitting there and I'm like, oh my god, this is impossible. This is where the books are gonna end, although I know that they don't, but it's like, this is where we're gonna fail.
Yeah. So this is like the first couple of chapters, is finding out, because when they walk into the door, they're basically walking into this sandstorm. And they immediately are able to chat with Mordecai.
Right.
And he's like, there's 2 towns up against the wall, you know, make your way to, I think tells him which one he's in, make your way there. So, you know, that's where they find out kind of what's going on. As they're walking, they're finding, like, they found the tunnels. So they find this cave, and there's a barrier that they can't get past because they can't go in. Until they win their own quadrant, they can't enter another one. But they can see into it, and things can pass through it, but they can't.
Right.
So they're like shining, throwing torches in there, and Carl, of course, throws a bomb.
And it's Carl.
You know. So they figured that out pretty quick. And then get to town. And I mean, the innuendos start immediately.
Oh, yeah.
Immediately.
Oh, yeah.
The name of the town is Humptown.
Yeah. But the people, or the NPCs, whatever, in the town are camels.
But it's like right away, it's like bang twice to enter. Not knock twice, not ring a bell, bang. Bang twice to enter. So, I mean, right away the innuendos. So they get in and find out that it's the dromedarians. And they're camels, and so Katya immediately was like, oh, okay.
That's why it's called Humptown, because camel humps, you know?
Yeah, and then the guy that they're talking to starts talking about the rest of the town, and they find out it's basically a prostitution town. And then he's like, why did you think we called it Humptown?
Yeah, it's a brothel town is what
it's a brothel town.
I'm like, oh.
So he's like, why? Why would you think? They get some achievements right away.
Donut picks her new class.
Donut picks her new class, which immediately causes an issue.
Yeah. It's the one thing that she needed to have, like, an upgrade for or whatever.
Yeah, because when she moved, she lost the football
hooligan
subclass, which gave her a boost to her constitution.
Right.
So they're like trying to pick a new one, and Mordecai says, you need this one, the glass cannon, because this one is the one that has the big boost to constitution.
Hopefully.
But then, yeah, because they don't get every single benefit of the class, and they don't know what they're going to get until they pick it, Well, she got like everything except
but Constitution.
the Constitution.
Yeah.
So,
which honestly, when that happened, it immediately made me nervous because I'm like, what's gonna happen to Donut? Like, why are we not getting? Why does she have such a low Constitution in this level? That I'm like, do I need to be concerned?
Yeah. Well, she just naturally has a low Constitution.
Right.
She needs the buffs and the class benefits in order to actually, be anything.
Right.
So, but she does get a lot of other cool stuff with it. I mean, she gets a lot of increases in her spells and all of that. So, I mean, there is kind of, but Mordecai immediately is like, we need to protect her.
Yeah.
But what is cool is once they get into the town, they get to their personal space, and Donut gets her spell book. And it's an astral paw spell.
Oh my gosh, I loved it.
Which is so cool.
Yeah.
It's so cool.
And I love that Carl made a crack. He's like, oh, you could have gotten that vase that was on the...
the high shelf.
Yeah.
It was haunted, Carl.
Yeah. I know, she just sit there and meow up at it and try to get it, but she never could. And, oh my gosh,
you could have finally done it.
Yeah, that cracked me up. I'm like, that's such a cat thing.
Yeah.
Too, because like sometimes you kind of forget that Donut's a cat. Sometimes,
yeah.
But so I'm like, oh, that's really funny. I love the little insights into her catdom. Carl also got some cool stuff. Or stuff in his loot boxes.
In his loot boxes, he did.
New toe ring. I thought that was cool with the sticky feet feature.
Oh my gosh.
Like,
yeah, he's
so
Spider-Man.
Yeah, that's so badass. Like, I cannot wait to see him use that. That would be so fun.
Oh yeah, these dromedarians are all like grifters. Like, yes. The guy that opens the door tells them that they have to pay a toll.
Yeah, give him like drugs or
like
gold or something.
He's grifting on the side. Also, right when they get into town, they get a new quest.
Yeah.
Immediately, stay out of City Hall, which is find out what's in City Hall. It just might be important. Yeah. So they do get a quest like right away.
Yeah. And this is, so far Mordecai hasn't been like, no quest, because they're all actually quests that matter. I mean, not that the ones in the past didn't matter, but they're kind of like leading them in the direction that they need to go. And like, it's kind of helpful quests. Very much like, here's your steps that you need to take in order to win this level.
You like don't know that when you get the quest at first, but it becomes very apparent.
Yeah.
Pretty on. But also, right away, when they meet up with Mordecai again, Mordecai is a skyfowl now.
Yes. Not the kind.
Not the right kind of
skyfowl. Let us make that clear. He's what is he called? Some type of a...
He is a rock edge fowl. Sky fowl. And he had been a centurion. But the biggest problem with that for Mordecai is he can't fly because they made him a priest class. They put him in the body of a cleric, which means his wings are clipped and he can't fly. So being able to fly would be a great advantage in this quadrant, and of course they clipped his wings. So
right. Well, and honestly, that's it's kind of a dick move on their part, making him a skyfowl.
Yeah.
But like not the right one, and then also one that can't fly, like,
and not being able to fly.
That's messed up. That's messed up.
Yeah. So again, with an innuendo, because the bar that Mordecai chose to kind of do their home base at is called The Toe.
The Toe.
In a camel town.
I think they even pointed that out in the book.
Louis and Frost do. Yes. Yeah. Well, Louis trying to, and Frost doesn't get it.
Yeah, well, because they're drunker than skunks at that point, but...
because they're a mess. But
that was hilarious, because I didn't catch that at first.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, gosh, yes. The innuendos are everywhere. There's a prostitute in The Toe called Juice Box. I mean, they're all over the place. Anyway, so they go, and they start opening their boxes. I think Mordecai says, I'm going to assume right now that out of the 150 or so crawlers in this bubble, every single one of them is an incompetent idiot. That means you have less than 4 days to take each castle.
Which is wild. And they actually gave him a longer amount of time than Mordecai was expecting.
15 days when he was expecting like 12.
Yeah, 12 or 11.
Yeah.
So that's good, at least, but that also kind of makes you wonder, like, how difficult is this actually going to be?
Yeah. But of course, Carl also starts connecting with everybody he knows right away. Finds out that Imani and Ellie are in a C quadrant, but not in the same bubble as he is.
Unfortunately.
But Gwendolyn, she is in his bubble, and she's in the land quadrant though, and she confirms that everybody she's met up with are
idiots.
But
like, how have you survived this long? Kind of idiots.
Well, that's what they say, because they're like in the 20s, and like Carl is at 41.
Yeah.
And Katya's right at 40. So, and Donut's at like 30 something.
Yeah.
And then all of these other guys are like mid-20s.
Yeah.
And so everybody's like, how did they even survive this far?
Well, we find out how Louis and Faraz has survived. Punch and run.
Pretty much.
Pretty much.
Oh, also, and remember this one too, in some of the achievements, because they're finally going through all their achievements they got at the end of the last floor, Carl gets an achievement of Divine Epiphany, because he's seen a deity and didn't die. So his reward is you now have the option to worship the god Grull.
I love that. And he just like, fuck you, or whatever.
Grull can suck my dick.
Yeah.
But he did get, for another one, because he survived a physical attack, he got a legendary deities box. So that's pretty cool. And then the AI gets creepy. And I did not catch this, but when he got stomped on by Grull, that the dungeon, I did not catch that.
I didn't catch that either, and so when I read that here in the thing, I'm like, oh my gosh.
But in the audiobook, he gets to that creepy, like, I'm touching myself kind of voice for the AI. But it was funny, because in there too, it talked about him getting stepped on, and talking about, you know, it's fun to find new and exciting ways to get that rush. While it was fun, it wasn't quite the same. You probably don't realize how lucky that is for you. Like, oh, yeah, probably not. Hadn't thought about that either.
Yeah, I didn't want to think about that.
He got a lot of boxes.
Yeah.
Through that last bit of the third book when all it was going down. They got a lot of boxes, so.
Was this also when he got his new tattoo?
It is that Donut was so disgusted about.
Well, Carl too. I loved when he, like, even before we knew what it was, he saw it and he's just like, oh, fuck me. And he's like, where is it? Where is it? And I'm like, what is it, Carl? What is it? And then we find out that, it's like a little lizard foot tattoo.
Katya said it looked like a teardrop tattoo.
Because he killed all of those lizards in
the wall monitors.
Yes. And so they gave him, you know, like the teardrop tattoo for the lizard.
So it got him, like, but so anything that opposes...
It removes automatic hostility for any natural enemies of lizard-class creatures.
Is the other way around.
Yeah, but lizard-class... It will cause lizard-class enemies to deal 20% more damage against you. Any wall monitors would deal 150% more damage against you. And you can only hide it with a cover-up sleeve. So he's like, well, how the hell?
On my face?
Yeah. That's not happening.
Donut calls it a prison tattoo.
Yep.
You got a prison tattoo.
Well, I mean, if the shoe fits, it kind of is a prison tat.
But Katya's laughing. She's like, you can't hardly even see it. It's tiny. But Donut got a platinum box for poking at the province boss when they were trying to get it, you know, into the portal. And she got a scroll of water breathing. Again, there's a water quadrant.
Yeah, they got a lot of water breathing scrolls.
And so Donut is immediately like, I am saying this right now. Cats do not swim, cats do not go in water. It's unnatural, it's not gonna happen. And Mordecai's immediately, don't say stuff like that out loud. And Donut says, I can't exactly say it in the chat anymore, can I? Because a reminder that their chats are public again for anybody who pays for it. But Mordecai says they're still protected if he's on it.
Which I thought was interesting.
Yeah. So they still have a way to communicate.
Right.
Without everybody knowing what they're talking about. Anyway, she also gets a wall of fire spell in her platinum box where she can create a wall of fire. It's an escape spell. So she gets that too. Mm-hmm. And I think Katya got more water breathing and something with her catcher skill as well. She got an upgrade or skill potion. Carl also got lassos. He got another invisibility potion.
Which is good.
Which is good, because...
That saved in last book.
It did. They got some more gold for surviving the last floor. Katya, I think, also got a potion of immunity for poisons. Because Carl and Donut didn't need it because
they have
their gear.
Yeah.
Their gear has those buffs in it. Mm-hmm. So she can get that. He got a lot of crap.
Honestly, they all got a lot. There was so much. There's just like all the achievements and all the loot boxes and everything. It was just like kept going and going and going. I kind of glazed over. Like, yeah. I mean, I was reading it, but like I wasn't keeping track of what all that they got. Well, that's like why I
don't know about the chats, because I let so much go over my head.
Yeah.
But the one kind of important one is the Surefire that adds the guided status to any projectile. So he can make guided missiles.
Which is dope.
Which immediately is like him thinking. Mm-hmm. He got the toe ring out of the Specie box.
Oh.
For having Girl stomp on him.
Which makes sense because, you know, the AI loves feet, so...
Yeah.
Another toe ring. He's got so much jewelry on his toes.
He does. He does. So he got another toe ring that gives him the sticky, so he can walk on any surface. Mm-hmm. It came with a little story to it too. The Leprous Bandit.
Yeah.
Talking about.
Interesting.
It was interesting because it talked about a bandit that like had to go up high to defeat someone. So it was
like
kind of
affect somebody or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he got that, which he thought he was about Spider-Man.
I mean, he is Spider-Man.
And he got there's a super spreader benefit to that toe ring as well, that he can spread a plague. So, yeah, power of every plague rat and kindergartner since the dawn of time. You may pass.
When I read super spreader, that's not where my mind went.
Yeah, well, not with all the other innuendos.
I'm just like, what cheeks are we spreading here?
What? But you can pass on any active debuffs onto a target of your choice once per hour. It doesn't remove the debuff from yourself, but you can spread it. And he was like...
Very interesting little thing.
Yeah, in his assholes box for killing all the wall monitors, that's where he got the tattoo from.
Yeah.
Was for that.
Which honestly, he deserved that. Those poor wall monitors, you know.
They were trying to kill him.
Well, yeah, but I'm sure that they were really cute.
Yeah, yeah.
I like lizards.
I'm sure. Well, the Pawn's Tears, which was in his legendary Celestial box. Not Celestial box. His Deities box. Mm. And honestly, Mordecai made a huge deal about it, but I didn't think it sounded like all that great.
I didn't either.
Honestly.
I didn't either. I mean, it just sounds rare, I guess.
Adds +5 to any spell or skill of your choosing.
Which, it makes you wonder what Mordecai knows about this that he's not sharing, because a +5 to any skill isn't a whole lot for Carl and Donut.
I guess I keep thinking of their experience, which their numbers are pretty high. Yeah. But I guess some of their others they're only like level 10 or something. Because it talks a lot about once you train a skill up to 15, it's hard to go beyond that any.
That's true.
So, because Mordecai talks about you don't want it, because I think Carl kind of poo-poos on it. And Mordecai says that's because you've got all these buffs. If you take away all those buffs, you ain't got it. So he talks about training up a skill that he doesn't have buffs for up to 15 and then bumping that 5.
Yeah.
But it still didn't seem to be a great thing for a legendary box. I don't know.
You know, the prizes or whatever in these boxes are, sometimes they just don't come out as good as I expected.
Yeah,
And they're a little up and down.
And a legendary box is the step below a celestial box.
Right, so you would think it would have been like a plus 20 to a skill or something.
And when Quan got the cape and got the missile thing, you know, it just, I don't know, it just didn't seem great to me, but I don't know, maybe.
Mordecai thinks it's great, so.
Mordecai thinks it's great.
I'm gonna stick with Mordecai, he hasn't led us astray yet.
Oh, well, okay, so Ellie got a deity box too, because she was actively engaging in the girl fight. She got a spell book called Grapple, which is a big ice storm. Most powerful spell I have now, but I'm kind of scared to try it. Big ice storm. Big ice storm. She does say it costs 50 mana and has a long cooldown though, so I mean there is...
It has some downfalls to it,
but
some
I'm
cons,
like,
but...
+5 to a skill, and she gets like this whole new skill. She gets a whole new spell. I don't know. Well, whatever. Katya is still in contact with the former daughters, and she says none of them are in their bubble.
Yeah, were they actually responding to her, or was...
Yeah. Oh, no, she said nobody answered.
Yeah, I was going to say, I thought that she just had reached out to them.
Yeah. She has been in contact, but they're not answering her.
And Eva's still alive.
Eva's still alive, yeah.
So we have another enemy of the group still on the loose.
And see, and I had forgotten that in Katya's map skill, she can see crawlers. So she's saying that there's some nearby, but she doesn't know any of them, and they're all in the low 20s. So, Gwendolyn Duet.
We have the D. The D.
Yeah. And she starts out by saying, "Hey, bomber guy." So she's the one from the previous book that when the one guy was freaking out saying Carl didn't tell him this, she was like, "Yes, they did."
Yeah, she was the one sticking up for Carl. And stuff. Like one of the only smart ones, because I cannot understand how these crawlers can not listen to Carl. You know, like he has this high level, and he does like take big risks and have these kind of crazy plans, but they're working, and like he's trying so hard to be helpful. Like it's clear that he's not just psychotic like Lucia Marr, but like so like when people are like doubt Carl or don't listen to him, it just blows my mind. I'm like, why would you not want to at least listen, like here, take what he says into account, and then like, you know what, just to be safe, let's do what he says.
But to be fair, they have just started connecting with each other.
True.
Carl only started gathering people on his chat in like the middle of the last book. So far, there's a lot of them that still only know him from
the recaps,
which, of course, make him look kind of crazy. So,
but not crazy to an extent,
I mean, the one recap episode which had him basically looming over Growler Gary and killing him 14 times.
True.
You know,
where he was holding up the head and just laughing.
Right?
Okay, fair enough.
Keep putting body parts in his inventory. I mean, he does seem a little nutty.
Honestly, he is a little nutty, but like in a good way.
Yeah.
So.
Well, he is crazy.
Yeah.
And they even say, you know, you're crazy, but you're not insane.
There's a difference. Fine line, but we're walking it.
There is a difference. So he gets in touch with Gwen. She's in the land quadrant. She's talking about, you know, everybody that she's found are all dumbasses, and he asks her if there's a Desperado club in her quadrant so they could meet up.
Oh, this part.
And she tells him, "I don't have access anyway. I'm a proper fucking lady. I got a Club Vanquisher ring."
I love that line. That was so. I freaking love Gwen.
Yeah.
Like I was not anticipating liking her as much as I am starting to like her. So I really hope nothing happens to her.
Yeah.
Because
she gets she gets to be a lot of fun later.
She's very similar in vibes, I think, to like Ellie. And I love them both. I love them both so much.
Yeah. Oh, I wanted to say too, just the way they do this, as far as like looking at all their achievements and opening all their boxes at the first of every level, is such a cool way to recap the book.
Yes.
You don't get this huge info dump of information to tell you what has been happening, get you caught up. And it's such a cool way to go through that.
Yeah, I've really been enjoying that.
Yeah.
It doesn't make it feel like a recap.
Right.
It just feels like you're just moving on.
You're moving on with the story.
It's very like it flows very well. And I really
it's just
like
really cool way to write that doesn't get you bogged down in details from the past stories and stuff. Yeah. Donut and Mordecai go off to do some shopping.
Which Donut loves.
Well, but Carl, on the way in, had noticed there was a house that had what looked like a telescope on top of it.
Oh, yes.
So he goes to the house.
We meet Skarn.
We meet Skarn.
Creepy ass little kid.
Who is a changeling. But when Skarn answers the door, he's just a kid, but he's like blank. So like those mannequins at the store that have like no face, no nothing.
I picture like Slender Man kind of a thing, but the mannequin looks good.
Like the generic white and black mannequins, or even like the linen covered mannequins. So he has no eyes, no nose, no mouth, no face.
Yeah.
No clothes.
Creepy. Already creepy. No.
So he reaches out and touches Carl and immediately starts to change. So we find out that changelings are shapeshifters. But unlike Katya, who can basically do whatever she can imagine and whatever she can sculpt as a doppelganger, changelings can only change into people that they have touched.
Well, anything. Whatever, like monsters or whatever.
Right, anything.
And their whole thing is that they want to have the biggest library.
Right, but once they've done that, they have it in their library, they can do it again without having to touch.
Yeah.
So yeah, they want to get out there and like do all this, but this kid like reaches out and touches Carl, and it's so funny because he turns into this mini Carl right down to the heart boxers.
Yeah, it's so cute. But I love how Carl immediately, because this line resonated with me because this is definitely like a fear of mine in like horror movies and stuff. It's the scariest part. He's like, I had a new phobia now. Creepy ass little kids.
Little kids.
Yeah, Carl. Like, I'm glad that you finally made it here.
Oh my gosh, all I was thinking about was Black-Eyed Children. When I heard the creepy little kid, I was like, oh my god, it's a Black-Eyed Children.
Yeah. So this changeling's already like off the start with the mannequin vibes.
The creepy little kid.
Which is so creepy. And then now we have just a creepy, like, we got too much.
The creepy little kid.
The creep factor is high.
Yeah.
With Skarn.
Yeah. So, but Carl moves past it. He moves past it and he starts talking to Skarn. He asks if he could look at the telescope. And immediately he's like, Flint tells me that I need to charge anybody.
Yeah.
He's like, alright, okay. But Flint is a dromedarian. And we find out that the changeling town or something was bombed. And a lot of the adults were killed. Skarn's parents were killed. And the dromedarians took the changelings in to their town and were like refugees, kind of helping them out. That's why he's there. So we find out Skarn's basically an orphan. But they go up on the roof. Carl gets to look in the telescope and he sights it in on the wasteland, the floating fortress that has the castle that he's gonna have to take, and basically says it looks like a junkyard.
Yeah.
with balloons. Balloons holding it up.
Yeah.
This is such a steampunk world. And it's so cool.
It's amazing.
So cool.
It makes me think Mad Max.
Mad Max, absolutely.
Because, I mean, they start out in the desert, sandstorm, like, all of that.
Yes.
And then now we have the wasteland, the junkyard.
And they build a dune buggy, for goodness sake.
Yes, like 100, and then, like, their whole...
And it just sounds like, I mean, the description of it is a Mad Max dune buggy.
Oh, yeah, 100%. Like, that is all I could picture
the
entire time that I'm reading these first few chapters, was just Mad Max.
Well, and just the description of the wasteland too, because it's being held aloft by balloons, and it's got all of these things hanging off the bottom by chains, and there's netting, and you can see airplanes attached. I mean, it's just, so Mad Max.
Just some, like, cobbled together, just junk castle.
Yes, exactly. Well, even the town, because the town is, like, inside this, whatever the hell the bowl is called.
Yeah.
But they're huddled up, like, the two towns are across from each other and huddled up against the wall. So it's curved, but the outside, the town walls are like corrugated metal that's been curved up and riveted together. And then when the sandstorms come, they have these big, like, fabric canopies that they put over the top. And then they talked about, after the sandstorm was over, these camels on metal stilts walking by with poles to take it down. And I'm like, this is so steampunk. So there were times I was getting Western vibes.
A little bit.
Definitely Mad Max. There was even, like, Indiana Jones.
Oh, I can see that. Well, all of
the Mummy.
Traps. Well, all of the traps and stuff that are, like, in the tunnels and stuff.
The tunnels.
That we learn later. I mean, that's Indiana Jones through and through.
Well, and the Mummy.
Oh, yeah.
You know, so all those kind of vibes.
When we get into the subterranean bit of this whole thing, I'm interested to see how that goes.
Anyway, I was just, like, loving it because I love steampunk stuff. And I'm a huge Mad Max fan as well, because I was probably a teenager when the first, like, the OG Mad Max came out, and yeah.
So, like, it makes me want to go home and just watch Mad Max.
Yeah, right? He does ask Scarn why the gnomes bombed him. Which he doesn't really know. He says, Flint says it's because gnomes are short little assholes who deserve nothing but to be trampled to death and then be ripped apart by feral geese. So he doesn't really know.
Yeah.
Just get on. He looks at the wasteland, but he also, and he finds out when he looks through the telescope, he can zoom in and it's like he's there looking at it, so it gives him a description. And he finds out that hanging underneath the wasteland are the gnomish knock-knocks, which are great big, basically sound like nuclear bombs.
Yeah.
Is what they sound like. But there is this, and this is where he finds out. There's a piece. Oh, it is. Because Scarn talks about that the reason that the gnomes don't bomb the towns, there's two towns. One is Bactrians, I don't know what the name of the town is, and the other one is Humptown, which is the Dromedarians. But the reason that the gnomes don't bomb the towns is that each town has a piece of collateral. And there's something that the gnomes do not want to damage. So it's like a hostage.
Yeah.
The towns have a hostage.
That's what's in City Hall. That's why at the very beginning they were saying stay out of City Hall, because that's where whatever. Well,
Scarn tells him that the collateral is in City Hall. There's also another cool thing about the telescope. It has it increases the accuracy of gravity-based bombs by 75%. So if you're using this telescope to sight your target, it's going to increase your accuracy. And of course, it allows you to really zoom in and see things. But then it says also, all gnomes targeted with this device are given a notice that they're being watched. So if you zoom in and you zoom in on a gnome, they'll get a notice that you're looking at them.
Which is wild.
It's a pretty cool piece of equipment that maybe gets used later. So we find out the wasteland is just massive, huge, got all this Mad Max stuff. It even says in here, it's like a Mad Max movie. Scarn tells him that the collateral is in City Hall. And that the Bactrians in the other town have the same deal, but Scarn doesn't know what it is. All he knows is that he's not allowed to go there, and the thing, whatever it is, eats mushrooms.
Yeah.
That's all he knows.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, Yoshi?
So Carl, of course, says, okay, here's what we gotta do.
That was a good Carl.
Thank you. Step 1 is to find the other crawlers and make sure we're all on the same page. And step 2 is to figure out who they have locked up in the town hall. And then they're going to go from there. Because apparently, again, like you said, the quest is leading them, which I think is really interesting. Because in the other levels, the quests were not.
Right.
At all. They were just like distractions and side things.
Well, I mean, yes and no. They were different ways to get to the end.
Well, kind of. Except in like book 2 on the 3rd floor, when they had the whole circus side quest.
Oh, the circus side quest was definitely a
really
side quest.
I think it was the AI trying to force, or the showrunners, whoever's doing it, trying to force them, because the whole Remax thing at the end,
right,
you know, was nothing to do with finding a stairwell.
Right.
And everything to do with trying to wipe them all out. So, I don't know. But, so the first thing that I have down for chapter 3, which is where we're at now, was that they gave Mordecai their environmental coupons that they got so he could do some upgrades. And what he gets, well, he gets a kitchen upgrade. So they have 3 cabinets, one for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I think they can only use it once a day.
I think so, yeah.
But if it'll pop up with a menu, and they can pick from the menu, and that's what will appear in the thing. But apparently, it's not very good. But Mordecai tells them as it
learns,
it'll get better.
Yeah,
it'll get better. But he also got a marketplace interface, and so yeah, they can get on there and they can. It's like eBay. Like so you can get on there,
or like Facebook Marketplace.
Facebook Marketplace, yeah. So they can get on there, but Carl knows because he's read his cookbook. So I guess when you get on this interface, it shows the other person that you've connected with your entire inventory and places a monetary value on it. So his cookbook will show up and it'll show up as something like ridiculously valuable. So he has to be careful because Mordecai wants him to go over and use it, and Carl's like, nah, right now we got work to do.
Yeah.
We got work to do.
Maybe later.
So I thought, well, that's an interesting little tidbit.
And Donut immediately with the marketplace said that she doesn't like it because it doesn't let you haggle.
It doesn't let you haggle, and it's only valuing her hats at 1 gold.
Yep, they're only worth 1 gold piece each. We need to get it fixed.
Which I can't believe she has such a blind spot for these hats when she's so good at, like, that she can't realize that they were only valuable at the start of the last floor because they were trying to trick everybody to getting them out. I was like, Donut, why are you not getting this?
Let her have her moment.
Let her have it. Anyway, they go into, they don't, not the Desperado. They go into the Toe, and they meet Louis and Faraz, who are the first 2 crawlers that they meet. Oh no, in a brothel bar called the Spit and Swallow. That's where they were at.
Oh yeah, because they make a joke about the Toe and that.
But we also meet Juicebox, who is a changeling prostitute, and she was sitting on Louis's lap, and Louis was trying to make her be Jessica Rabbit.
Yeah, they are straight up idiots. Like, they give me very much like, I mean, even dumber than this, but like Scooby and Shaggy vibes.
Yeah. Yeah,
because their whole plan for any time they meet anything is to just like cast a spell to knock it out and then run.
Well, yeah, because Louis,
shock and awe.
Louis has a cloud of exhaust spell, so it's like this exhaust cloud, and whoever breathes it in goes unconscious. But if they get touched, then they wake up. So it's basically a surprise thing. You know, they can cast it, knock them out, and then kill somebody, but you have to be quick about it. Well, these 2 used it to knock people out and then run away. Because Faraz also has a puddle jumper spell, like Donut does. So they cast that and then they puddle jump away. So they're only getting experience because they're casting their spells. But their spells are super strong because they keep using it. That's how they survived. But Carl, oh, I love this part too. Because Carl's telling them, look, at this time, we're going to go do something. You meet us at the toe at this time. Mm-hmm. And Louis says, or what? You going to blow us up? Donut said, jumping up on the table and scattering their glasses, vodka spilling everywhere. Carl won't hurt you. But if you're not part of the team, we are going to make sure you're kicked out of town. Have you seen the mobs out there in the desert? I haven't seen anything lower than level 30. And since you two chuckleheads are level 22, I don't think that will go so well. Now say, we'll be there, Carl.
I loved it. Donut just giving it to him.
Donut went to town. She was not using her charm either. She was you dumbasses don't deserve my charm. Mm-hmm. I was just like, now, we'll be there, Carl. We'll be there, Carl.
Lovely.
And she uses the term chucklehead.
Yes, yes.
Because she's been talking to Ellie, and she's picking up a little jargon from Ellie.
But that one wasn't from Ellie. That was from the AI.
Chuckleheads? Was it?
Yeah, she says she got that one
from
the
I got that one from the AI.
I've been waiting to use it.
She's been waiting to use it, yeah. So. But she's been using Ellie term, except for later on she uses janky.
Yeah, was it for Ross or
Louis? He's like, you've been talking to Louis? I can have friends, Carl.
Yeah. I loved that part. That was so good. Like, I'm telling you, there are so many good donut lines in the beginning of this book.
There are. Lovely. So they find out how the day and night cycles work, mm-hmm. which is, I mean, really kind of complicated.
Yeah, this was a part that I just...
A little bit.
Just let it go.
But...
I didn't need to know it that much.
But, it kind of comes in. Because
it does, but I just roll with it.
Mostly I just roll with it. So there's two suns. Mm-hmm. And when the first one rises, it's like a 24-hour cycle, but there's like 22 hours of daylight. Mm-hmm. Right? 2 hours of darkness?
Oh, I have no
idea.
It's only dark for 2 hours,
right.
It says.
But there's a time during the day when the second sun rises, it's going in a faster orbit.
Yeah, it says...
So that catches up to the other sun, and when they're both close together in the sky, mm-hmm. then it's really, really hot out. And then after that happens, like the sandstorm then is like another 4 hours after that. And then you have like 2 hours or so, and then it's dark for 2 hours. So you can time when the sandstorms are coming so that you're not like outside. But then one of Carl's plans revolves around being in that really hot time, mm-hmm. so that... But what I always think is interesting, and it happens again too, it's always Katya is the one that's saying, no, wait a minute, we need to understand this. Because Carl's like, whatever. What? I don't care. Yeah. Because he even turns to Katya and he's like, did you get that? And she's like, yeah, I got it. Mm-hmm.
She's all about the puzzles and trying to like figure things out. Like her and Mordecai, that's kind of, I mean, we saw that a lot in book 3. Mm-hmm.
Well, and I think in this first third, after everything that happened in the last book, Katya is gaining more confidence. Like her mm-hmm. voice is different in this.
Yeah.
It's not as timid, it's not as whiny, mm-hmm. it's much more confident.
Yeah. Well, and I think, and she sounds like she's actually part of the team.
Right.
Now. So, like, the whole, they're friends thing, aspect is coming through a lot more.
Yeah.
Where it's just, like, it's just a lot easier for her to be vocal and,
yeah. You know. But I think she's feeling more, she's feeling stronger, she's feeling more mm-hmm. confident in her abilities, and she's like, this is where she can contribute. She can figure this stuff out. And like later on, when they're building the dune buggy, you know, she's like, you know, maybe it is just that earth skill that I got, but I can do that. And I mm-hmm. think that she's really starting to be much more confident.
Which I like to see. I'm really glad that she's
doing
better with all that.
And she's much more, like, in the last book, there was a point when Carl said, when they were working with Li Jun and Li Na, that they probably couldn't work together very much because, well, first of all, he said, I could tell I was already starting to irritate Li Na. But he was talking about, like, Donut was too naive and that she wouldn't tell Carl what to do. And that Katya was too timid and that he could steamroll right over her. And I think you start to see Katya pushing back.
Yes, yeah.
In this part, which I think I like Katya. I really like her quite a bit. But anyway, we look at that. And then they find another group of crawlers.
Oh my gosh, the archers. The archers.
They're all archers. Every one of
these dummies. There's like 8 of them. 7 or 8 of them, and they all are archers. And I'm like, why? And they're like in a party together.
Yeah.
And that's the only thing that they can do. The only weapons that they're like super skilled at is oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Like these idiots.
Well, but I think the dungeon kind of
it definitely led them
into do it to them, but it led them into it for sure.
Yeah. They were all automobile salesmen.
Car salesmen.
Car salesmen from different lots
had
all met together and were eating lunch or whatever.
Yes.
When the whole thing happened.
Went down. There had been more of them, but some of them had gotten killed off. But yeah, so again, all like low level. But Langley was kind of their leader of their group. So
well, he's the only one that has a name of the archers so far is just Langley, and the rest are just archers 1, 2, 3, like whatever.
Well, yeah, because I think he said like he was the leader, or maybe he was the only one that spoke English.
Yeah, I don't know.
Maybe that was it. So the leader was a stocky man about 45 years old and graying blonde hair with ice blue eyes. His name was Langley, and he was the highest at level 24.
Okay.
They were more serious about their predicament despite their lower levels. And they'd also received the quest about going out. Finding out what was in the town hall. I kept calling it City Hall.
Yeah, I did too.
Hall, whatever.
Yeah, same thing.
Same thing. Anyway, so they talked to him that's when they went out because they wanted to go. He told them, go out, start grinding, get some experience going. And Carl and Donut and Katya were going to walk over to the Bactria in town and see what was going on over there. And see if they could find anybody else. They do that. They go out and they fight a thorny devil.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Which is freaking huge. The description of it, I'm like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, but it is kind of funny because when they left, Katya bulked herself up because she's got that backpack that she pulled in.
Backpack.
And Carl says, like, yeah, I'm not gonna lie, it still freaks me out when you change. And she said, that's because you're used to being the biggest guy in the room. He says, maybe. Or maybe because it's fucking weird. How is this our lives now? So yeah, they start to go over there. They come across this huge ass lizard. The thorny devil.
Oh, Donut got to ride Mongo.
She did.
We don't see a lot of Mongo so far in the beginning of this book. He's kind of been caged up.
Yep.
Makes me so sad. And makes Mongo really sad too.
So I have to say, I was thinking about this at kind of the end of the last book too, when they were talking about the NPCs and all of this. And it's like, Mongo is dungeon born. I'm worried.
Don't go where you're going.
I'm worried for Mongo.
No,
I am though.
I mean, yeah, that makes sense to be worried for him, but I refuse to believe that anything's ever going to happen to Mongo.
But it's like, okay, so even if he makes it to the end with them, right? All 18 floors. Done deal. What then? He's dungeon. Can he exist outside of the dungeon?
He will exist. He will. I refuse to accept anything else. Mongo is now their pet. he's gonna be with them forever.
Okay. I'm worried.
I mean, valid. That's
I'm
valid.
worried because there is a very real reason that Mongo could.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay, anyway.
Yeah.
Anyway, Mongo got to, well, he didn't really. The clockwork triplicate spell, those Mongos got to get in there and do some damage. But I think it's really funny too, because this is like a level 34 monster. Huge monster. This isn't just something, you know, but Carl's like, yeah, let's hold back. Let's try this. Let's try that.
Right.
I want to experiment and try it. I'm like, it really, I think those kind of situations bring it home how powerful they are now. Compared to like the first
very
floor.
Beginning, they would have shot level 34 and they would have been like, oh, we're toast. Oh, we're toast.
That those little brindle grubs were giving them such a hard time, you know? And now they're a level 34 mob and like, they're just like, okay, try that. And see what that does. Yeah, try that. They're just like not even worried.
Out. Yeah, no, they're just hanging out and just being like, huh. Interesting.
And also, whenever they talk about needing to get out and just do some grinding, just do some grinding.
Just like it's another day.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, go out, find mobs, kill them. Fight them and kill them to get your experience.
Kill.
But it's like not a big deal.
Yeah.
It's like not a big deal.
Yeah.
You know? It's like, okay. Alright. Not even Katya's bothered by it anymore.
Yeah.
She's just like, whatever. Anyway, finally, Carl is testing one of his explosives, and it's still a little more powerful than because he's still testing different strengths and how far away you need to be before it's gonna hurt you, and he's experimenting with his bombs. But anyway, they get the attention. The explosion gets the attention of some gnomes who start.
Yes.
Who come down in their airplanes.
And drop eggs.
Oh gosh. So yeah, they have to like run and try and get away from these airplanes and they're
with the buzzsaws on them. The flying.
Oh, do they have the buzzsaws on this one? I don't think they do.
Maybe not.
No,
maybe
I think
that was
that's
on
only the hawk. The buzzard.
Yeah, the buzzard.
Ruckus. Well, there are... Okay, so Ruckus is the great big house-sized bird. But Gwen has told him that there's smaller versions of the buzzards that's been giving her a hard time. Because every time they build like a catapult or something, they come in and they wreck it. So there are smaller versions around of those birds. Bless you.
Thank you.
But I don't think so. I think these just have the bombs.
Okay, yeah.
So Carl threw an explosive that basically took out the airplane. But they dropped their payloads and nothing happened. They didn't go off. They didn't do anything. So then they go over and investigate.
Ended up killing, was it Borough Boss? Neighborhood Boss. When it dropped,
it was killed. A neighborhood boss.
Neighborhood boss.
So yeah, it was an actual egg, and inside was a goose,
a feral
like
goose.
a Canadian looking goose, and it was a feral goose. Level 45 neighborhood boss. Killed by getting splattered on the ground. So of course they didn't get anything for it because. The device that was, apparently it was supposed to like come apart in the air and then the goose would fly in and
but it was all rusty and broken and
it didn't open, so when it hit the ground it splattered. So they asked Mordecai what a feral goose is, and this is where Mordecai tells him anything with the name feral, stay away from it, it's bad news.
Which is interesting considering we have the Gate of the Feral Gods.
The Gate of the Feral Gods. I know. So anyway, because of that, of course Carl takes the goose.
Oh yeah.
into his inventory. He has done this so much that he now has a tab in his inventory called a mob morgue.
Yes. Yep. I love that. I thought that was amazing. It's like one of those oddities museums where you can go and see like bodies and whatever. Like, oh, I love it. I loved it. And of course, Donut had to give him crap, being like, oh, that's really gross, Carl.
You're so gross. You're so gross. So they decide that they can't walk to the Bactrian town. They're not going to make it, so they decide to...
that's 3 miles is a long ways to walk in the sand, in the dunes, you know, like...
But, I mean, these guys are, like, superhumans.
Well, yeah.
At this point.
But, so, I mean, like, it's going to take some time.
Right, which
they don't really have.
We don't have time for this shit.
Yeah. Back to Hunktown.
Yep, so they're going to build a dune buggy. So he's going to have Katya work on the engineering because she's got the earth skill.
The earth hobby skill.
The earth hobby skill. So she's going to do that, and he's going to work on an anti-aircraft system. Because, of course.
Yeah, we need explosives, yes.
Explosives.
Some type of defense. And the dune buggy that they end up building sounds so freaking dope. Like, oh my gosh, I loved it.
But as they're building it, Donut comes over right before she goes out to do something. And she's like...
It needs a name.
I have decided to name it the Royal Chariot.
Yes. And then it gets changed when they look at the description, the Royal Chariot contraption or whatever.
Right away.
And I'm like, oh, this is amazing.
Right away.
Yes. I love how the dungeon and whatever is so accepting, quick to accept all of Donut's things.
Well, basically because she is the indicated leader of the party. And so whatever she says, that's what happens.
Yeah, which I love. I love it so much.
So,
we have Carl, who's the royal bodyguard. We have the royal chariot, the royal palace of Princess Donut. I'm obsessed. Yes. I'm obsessed. I love it.
Yep. So we have a lot of talking about how they built it, their process, going through all of it. But I think when... That was funny too, because he said they discussed using the chariot's body as a chassis for a much larger, more flexible vehicle, like one where Katya was the vehicle's body, but she wasn't fully on board with the idea. Not yet. Plus, I made the mistake of suggesting we start calling her Katya Prime, and she didn't find it nearly as amusing as I did.
Yeah, which I love that. Like,
I thought it was amusing.
Transformers reference, and
I thought it was amusing.
Yep,
I thought it was funny, but I
feel like that would have been a compliment, because in Transformers, Optimus Prime, like he's a good guy, right? He's the cool one.
Yeah, Optimus Prime.
Yeah.
But I also think it's kind of a neat little interaction of Carl teasing her and her not being uncomfortable with it. You can just see her looking at him like,
rolling her eyes like, okay.
Stop being a 12-year-old child. Just for a second.
Yeah. So again, we get the whole like friendship aspect. Like, this is definitely the book where you realize just how close that they have gotten now. Because, we saw like a little bit of that at the end of book 3, but now, even though like not that much time has passed, it's like, okay, these guys have that friendship.
So he says, I don't know. We don't really know enough about the outside universe. So he's just like, whatever. Because in the middle of all that is talking about, I picked up these bolts, I did this, I did that. And Katya is just kind of going on and on about, it seems like it would have such a huge impact. If anybody can be an expert in anything, what does that even mean? It doesn't make sense for me to know there's such, I don't know, cruelty. And Carl comes back with, it's probably crazy expensive. And I was just like, he just is still in his head thinking about the chariot and doing this. And he's like, so, I don't know, only the ultra rich can use it. Maybe it's like plastic surgery. Only some people can afford it.
It's very much a,
But I think it's again the difference. Katya thinks she's much more philosophical than Carl is. She sees things differently than he does.
See, I was gonna go to the very surface of like, this is very much a man and a woman
Well,
thinking.
kind of. I mean, kind of. But you can tell where he's very much a, what's in front of me, let's get it done.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have time to worry about what the rest of the universe is like.
Yeah.
And I don't care.
Mm-hmm.
And Katya is much more like, what about that? I mean, isn't it, don't you think it's weird? I mean, like, I feel like my brain is plugged into Wikipedia. Isn't that weird?
Yeah.
You know? And he does say that is weird, but he still really doesn't know what his skill is. He kind of knows, but they have no idea yet
what
donuts is.
Yeah.
Nobody knows. So I just thought that was a neat, like, contrast.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, you know, just how does it work?
Right.
It's weird. It is weird.
It is very
weird.
It
is weird, Katya. Thank you for making me think about that, because it is weird.
Mm-hmm.
And they are in the weirdest fucking situation ever. And yet but this is really weird.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just thought it was an interesting little discussion between the two of them.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, they make their bucky. A snowmobile got drunk on moonshine and had sweaty, ill-advised night with a hillbilly's coon hunting ATV.
Yep.
This oversized birth defect of a vehicle would be the result. So it's got treads because they didn't have rubber to make big wheels. Mm-hmm. So they made treads instead. It's got like one seat in the front for the driver, and then directly up behind him, up high, is a second seat. And it's so narrow that they can't turn very...
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because it has a rollover...
sharp.
Rollover, something. It was like, this is... it said something about a rollover, like very high possibility of a rollover.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
Because
exactly
there's no roll cage.
Mm-hmm.
Or the grossly misplaced center of gravity, or the fact that this thing will do an impressive impersonation of a catapult the moment it hits a rock.
Yeah,
the most important part is that it kind of looks badass.
I loved it.
And Katya got an achievement for inventing something.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So that was exciting.
Yeah. And then Carl said, or thought, I was making all that up, but it sounded good. All I really wanted to do was get from point A to point B quickly. All right, Carl. We know you're an uncomplicated guy.
Yep.
We know that.
Very simple.
So they take it out to test it.
Yeah, test it.
Test it. They take it out, and while they're out there running around, heading over to the factory in town to check it out, flares go up out of the factory in town, and they get bombed.
So now, what the heck's going on?
So they know something happened. So of course, Carl has to go back and say, did everybody die?
Yeah. Here we have Carl again, once again, caring for all the NPCs and I get the crawlers and stuff too.
Yeah.
That were possibly in the other town.
And we start to get a little bit more education on safe rooms.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think they go into it completely here. Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
Because he said if they were in safe rooms, they'd be okay, and they talk about it a little bit. But he said not all bars are true safe rooms. Generally, if the proprietor isn't a babka, then there's like a 50-50 chance.
Mm-hmm.
But if a crawler is in there, then it will be a true safe room for anybody else in there. Mm-hmm. But if a crawler is not in there, then they only have like a 50-50 chance.
Yeah.
If it's a safe room.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, yeah. So only if they're in the correct bars and if a crawler's in there with them.
Right.
So that was kind of an interesting little deal.
I'm honestly surprised that a crawler being in a not true safe room would make it a safe room.
Mm-hmm.
Because I would think that the warrant and everyone running it wouldn't care that much, you know?
Yeah, I don't know.
It'd be like, oh, this is how we can get someone else or more people out or more crawlers taken out. Yeah, because
I think there might be only 1 or 2 other places in town that will protect crawlers. And then he says certain NPCs will be safe. I would be safe if I was in a safe room. The whole room would be protected if Mordecai was there.
Mm-hmm.
If there aren't any crawlers or basically any former crawlers or off-world NPCs in the room is probably destroyed. There are additional rules if there's only 1 safe room in the area, but it's pretty complicated stuff. The long and short of it is, Bourne-owned NPCs are not protected by the safe room system if they're the only one there. They're only protected if you are there. Well, that's not going to feed into Carl's hero complex. So then, while they're talking about this, Carl says, what about the other thing we were talking about with primary and secondary zones?
Mm-hmm.
And Mordecai basically gives him the shut up look.
Yeah.
Because that's different. But the fact that Carl asked that question, when they're talking about who is safe where,
mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
what's Carl planning to do with that information?
Exactly. It's a little foreshadowing, I think, as to what could be coming. For Carl and his burn it all down thing.
Well, and remember where those primary and secondary zones are at.
Mm-hmm.
And then we get to the recap episode.
Oh my gosh, yeah, we get a Fetchy's story.
Mm-hmm.
In which, that was heartbreaking.
Yeah.
To read.
Yeah. So first we see they do a recap of the end of the last floor. And we see Prepotente.
Oh, yes.
Which Mordecai was very impressed. Because Prepotente had all kinds of debuff spells.
Mm-hmm.
But he could stack them. So he was like throwing one after another at that province boss. But it would take like hours for everything to kick in.
Mm-hmm.
And do that. And then of course Quan CH, the asshole, flies in and ruins it all. And then doesn't even kill the province boss. He just goes away. So he's another one of those damn hit and run.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, I hate him so much.
Yeah. But yeah, then we get to Ifechi, Florin, and Lucia Marr.
Mm-hmm.
And Ifechi was... they started showing them at the beginning of the first floor. Came in with that whole group of
the AK-47s and like whatever.
Yeah. But they got locked in a boss battle, and Ifechi was on the outside and couldn't get to him, and they all got wiped out.
Mm-hmm.
So Ifechi was the only one left. And I thought that was funny too, is that Carl kept calling Ifechi he, because it was this obviously group of men running around with AK-47s, right?
Mm-hmm.
Katya's like, it's a woman.
Yeah, not a he, not a him.
It's a woman.
Not a guy.
Yep. And so then it shows like this Ifechi and Florin meeting up, and something in the recap episode, something about girlfriend. Oh, yeah, when they met with Lucia Marr.
Yeah, well,
Lucia Marr called her girlfriend.
Right.
And Katya's like, see? Girlfriend.
Yeah. Well, before then, there was a scene, with Florin and Ifechi where they were, like, hugging and sobbing and everything together, and Carl's like, oh, so they were more than just friends.
They were more than just friends.
But, yeah.
Yeah. So, in the end of the previous floor, they were in this station. They were getting ready to go down the stairs with this group, and Lucia Marr shows up.
Mm-hmm.
This girl is insane.
This is psychotic behavior. Like,
she
literally psychotic behavior.
She is absolutely insane. She's like talking to people that aren't there, and like anytime, which I mean, Florin did at first got a little like, called her a crazy bitch, and she's like, what'd you call me, kind of thing. She has a hair trigger temper,
very much so.
But then it was like she was like hearing voices, like she was saying things, responding to things they didn't say.
Yeah.
And what'd you call my papa?
Yeah,
they didn't say anything.
Things that didn't pertain at all to what was going on. It was
anything.
like someone else that only Lucia could see was like talking to her, taunting her, and like all of these things. I'm like, oh my god, she is psycho.
But like Florin was trying to like tone it down.
Yeah, kind of calm her down and distract her.
Hey, we're all friends here. You're not right in the head. We're all friends here. And she says there's nothing wrong with my head, but speak no more or there will be something wrong with your girlfriend's head. Which is when, of course, Katya goes, girlfriend, told you. And so they get into this, they end up in a fight. And Ifechi ends up getting killed by this...
a spell.
Massively powerful spell that Lucia Mar has.
Yeah, because Florin starts shooting her. And every time that he shot Lucia, the damage then was done to
anybody that she targeted.
Yeah, so in this case it was Ifechi.
Yeah.
And then Florin at the end, because he shot her, and once Ifechi was dead, then he got shot.
But Ifechi had cast protection spells on Florin and another, like, innocent bystander that had been there. And apparently she could only cast two at a time, so she left herself unprotected. So at the end, when Florin shot, it couldn't bounce back on him, right?
Because it shot him in the head.
Well, he
shot
point blank
Lucia
in
Mar
her temple. Yeah. But it blew him across the room, but didn't hurt him because he still had Ifechi's protection spell on him. I mean, that was just like crazy.
And it was just sad to read, because then afterwards we get the whole scene of Florin going down to the next level and just sitting in the corner, like, refusing to pick. And
at first, like, screaming and you know, and then he just refused. He just sat down and
like he was just giving up,
passed
at that
out.
point.
But one thing that was interesting about that is Mordecai saying that she had a spell, probably something like rubber. And if she had this rubber spell, that there was a very large weakness that they were editing out of the recap. But he doesn't say what it is.
No,
it just says, hey,
like, oh, come on.
You know. Oh, and even though it was Lucia Mar's spell that did it, they gave the kill to Florin. Which was why Anna Fecci was in the top 10.
Right.
So that's why the big announcement. But it wasn't Lucia Mar that did it necessarily. I mean, it was, but it was Florin's deal.
Yeah.
So it was like, damn. I mean, and I just like, the dungeon's such a dick. I mean, not only did he lose Ifechi, but now he gets the constant reminder that it was his
fault.
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
That he gets the credit for her kill.
So all of the rewards, the loot boxes, and the gold player skull that will always be there as a reminder. Which that's so rough. I did think it was funny though, because Katya and Carl and Donna and Mordecai were all talking about how they need to take Lucia out. They need to put her down.
Out loud! They were saying all of this out loud!
Yep. It's like, we need to put her down, and then Donut says, I called dibs on the dogs. I thought that was funny, but like, why are we saying this out loud?
After everybody's always telling everybody else all the time, don't say shit like that out loud.
And like, did we not learn the last time that Donut said something about the dogs? And what happened then? Like, and that was in the Desperado Club, which is supposed to be like a little bit like safer. I guess that they're in their safe room now, but like, they're not safe from this.
They weren't in the chat.
Yes.
They weren't in the chat.
Like,
they were just like out loud. Like, oh my gosh.
Yeah. But Mordecai makes a good point, saying that them showing her using that spell means that the dungeon might want her taken out.
Might want her dead.
So that was interesting.
And that there is a big vulnerability to it. that they're not showing, there's a reason for that.
Yeah.
So
I was very happy about that, because I'm like, man, someone's got to take her out. Please.
Well,
please.
and I mean,
and you
honestly, talking about, and Carl thinks about it, kind of muses about it later too, that in any other place, at any other time, they would be just like wrapping her up and taking her someplace where she could get the help that she needs.
Right.
They're not anywhere else.
Right.
And, you know, she's killing people, good people. So, I mean, they are, like, talking about it almost in a sense of, like, a rabid dog. You know, it's not like...
acting like one.
It's not, like, angry, like, go to war kind of thing. It's like, even Katya says, poor thing.
Yeah.
But she needs to be dealt with. You know? She's literally insane.
Yeah.
But, I mean, again, I think we've talked about her before. She's, like, 13 years old. Thrown into this situation, and then her class makes her into an adult woman half of the day, and half the day some kind of demon
like a Skeletor thing.
And then I think it was in the whole fight when they were going on, she says something about, it's just a game. Remember, Papa said it's just a game, it's not real. So it's not like she's some kind of serial killer.
Right.
You know.
She's just not fully with it.
She is not there.
No. Like.
So she's broken. She is broken. And her way of dealing with it is like, it's just a game.
Yeah.
They told me it's just a game, it's not real. So she doesn't even, you know.
She's in denial with where she's at.
Well,
now.
she's
just
way
past
like,
now, but
she's had just a psychotic break. She's not around.
Yeah, that's crazy. But I can't wait to see the big showdown, because they're setting it up so much that there's going to be a huge showdown between them and Lucia Mar.
Absolutely.
And I just am on the edge of my seat waiting for when this is going to happen. And there's just so many like villains that are going to be coming around, because we have Eva, we have Maggie Mai still out there, Lucia Mar, we have Quan CH. I really hope someone takes that mother trucker out. Like, come on. And
I know.
Yeah.
But again, I think we talked about it with the last book too. It's just so hard to know who the bad guy is, though. Because of the crawlers, they're all just trying to survive. We talked about with Hekla.
True.
You know, that it would be easy to say that she's a bad guy, but she was just dealing with it, even though she was willing to sacrifice people for the good of her party. It was still for the good of her party.
Right.
Now, maybe she never put herself in that line, and by gathering all those women, she got more power for her crossbow. But still...
I mean, if you look at it from a different perspective, it's kind of like she's playing the smart.
Well,
like, you know.
Right, they said she's playing chess.
Yeah.
You know? Lucia Mar's just broken. I mean, her brain is just broken. She's not even there.
Yeah.
You know, and we find out about Frank Q and Maggie Mai's daughter, what really happened there. And it's just like, so far, the only real... I mean, it was so nice when Loida finally showed up. Because then it's like, finally. Yes. Someone... we couldn't hate Zev, even though she was part of Borant.
No, she's so... We'll have to get to that.
Yeah.
But yeah.
But, you know, when Loida showed up, it was like, finally.
Someone to hate.
Someone I can hate.
A reason, you know?
Someone I can hate. But... Because it is hard. I mean,
you can't. You know what? I still hate Quan CH, though.
Well, he's a dick.
He's a dick. So, that might be the only, like, bad guy villain.
Crawler,
yeah.
Because, I mean, he is, too, in his way, just trying to survive, but he's doing it in a dick way.
Yes. It's almost like he's going out of his way to fuck everyone else over.
Just to be a dick.
Yeah. So it's like, you know what? I hate you for that. I hate you for that, and I have no problem saying that out loud.
Yeah.
And then we find out at the end of the recap, the top 10, the
top 10. Yeah.
Katya is no longer on the board.
Which she's very very grateful for.
Understandably.
Yeah.
Like, Donut was going off, but,
Donut was
you
mad.
fell off, like, how sad. And
Donut was like, mad that she dropped a level below Carl, so they're not together anymore.
Yeah. And I'm like, girl, Donut, you don't want to be in the top 10. Okay, that's just another bullseye or another target on your head.
And because if they were in the top 10 when they went down the level, now their bounties are doubled.
Yeah, which is not great.
So, like, Ellie is the only one that isn't because she wasn't in the top 10 at the end of the last floor.
Right, right.
But Carl's number 2 now.
Oh, there's also Bogdan Rowe.
Yeah, we haven't seen him yet.
No, but he also is not a doubled bounty.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Yeah, well, we haven't seen that Dmitri and Maxim Popov.
No, we haven't.
We don't know what that's about.
Yeah, but they've been in the top 10 for a long time.
They have, but they're never on the recap.
Yeah, so I don't know.
So we never see them. There. We don't know what's doing. They're always together, too. Which is, like, Carl and Donut have never been together.
They've never been together.
Prepotente and Miriam Dom are never together.
Yeah. So it's like, what's going on? Are they Siamese twins?
Well, I don't
like
know.
They can join twins or whatever.
You kind of have to what? They only have one level.
So, yeah, like what?
So this Nodling is their race, but their class, they have 2 different classes, but they're at this one level. So it's like, what is that about?
Something weird's going on.
What's going on? I don't know. So there's still a lot of crawlers that we don't
really know much about.
We don't know about. And that stinking Quan CH is the highest level.
That pisses me off so much.
I know.
Pisses me off so much. Like, oh my god.
I know. But Carl is higher than Lucia Mar. But yeah, I didn't realize how low Donut was compared to Carl. She's only level 33. I didn't realize that she was quite that much lower than Carl was.
I literally run here. Quan CH is the highest level. This guy. I hope he gets taken out.
This guy.
This guy.
This guy.
Telling you what. Crazy.
Yep. So, like, the only 2 notes I have for chapter 5 is basically, like, they meet up with Louis and Faraz again. They have to sober them up.
Oh my gosh.
And the
potion.
That was funny.
The whole interaction. Because don't they go to their personal space?
They go into the personal space. Yeah. Well, first though, they're there with Juicebox again. But this time Mordecai, I think, sees her. And he's like...
Yes, like she's...
Oh, she is powerful.
So you need to be careful.
Careful around her. And it's about how fast she can change.
Yeah.
So, I mean, first of all, she's got a pretty good-sized library, but she's very powerful because she can change really fast. Very quickly. And so Carl's like, so we need to be careful around her. And Mordecai actually says, and all the other prostitutes on this.
Yeah. Be nice to them.
Because it does talk about when they're walking down the street, and of course the prostitutes will and they'll shift right away. I mean, instantaneously as soon as they see who's walking by.
Yeah.
And so it's like, oh, okay.
Right.
But she's powerful. But anyway, yeah, they take Louis and Faraz into the personal space, but they don't let Juicebox in.
Yeah, no.
But Carl says, hey, I'll pay you though if you keep a watch out for any other crawlers. I'll pay you for every crawler you send my way, and that kind of...
She likes to hear that.
That was fine. She was good with that. But yeah, she's very powerful. But there wasn't a lot that happened through that whole thing. It's just Louis and Faraz being drunk idiots and talking about the van. That's how they got in.
Oh my gosh, because there's the topless van.
The convertible van. He made his mom's Astro van into a convertible.
And that's how they didn't die.
And drove. So he got his Cloud of Exhaust skill. It's like a legendary spell.
Yeah, for being the first to drive a vehicle. Into the dungeon. How crazy.
Yeah.
It's like, you just know that even before the dungeon, that these were like stoner,
oh, absolutely,
deadbeats, like still living in the parents' basement kind of a situation.
Absolutely.
Like ridiculous.
So on the Hello Crawlers episode, they compared, I think it was Faraz especially, to Jason from The Good Place.
Yes.
And I'm like, oh,
yes.
And I saw it instantly.
Mm-hmm.
I instantly saw it.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
100%. 100%. As soon
Yeah.
as they said that, I was just
because
like,
this one line, when they're going into the personal space, and Donut says, it's called the Royal Palace of Princess Donut. And Faraz says, Louie, look, it's that cat from the television. I'm like, that is such a Jason line.
Yeah. Yeah.
It absolutely is. It's so funny. But really, that whole chapter was just about Louie and Faraz talking about how they got into the dungeon and how they have been gotten so far with such a low level.
And they called Donut a long-haired dog.
Yes.
Are you some sort of long-haired dog? And all of Donut's hair poofs out. What did you just call me?
Oh,
my
and
gosh.
then
I was like, oh, this is when Donut's gonna attack. And we're gonna lose Donut in a timeout situation.
Yeah, but then they were like, because Mordecai goes to make the antidote, the alcohol
removal potion, whatever.
And Louis says, tell him to make us Dirty Shirley's. Donut gasped. You know about Dirty Shirley's? He says, yeah, we saw it on the recap show. Some dumb crawler got drunk on them and called out Lucia Marr.
And so they say that they order it now at every bar that they go to determine if it's like a good bar or something. It's like,
but this is so funny too, because again with the Katya thing, I just love Katya. I do. Donut, they're in the chat. And Donut says, if I magic missile him in the head, will I get in trouble? Carl, yes. You'll have to wait until we're outside. Katya, they're so drunk that if you cast your new firewall spell anywhere in the room, their breath will likely ignite and they will self-immolate. You probably wouldn't get blamed for that. You're a genius. I'm going to try it. Oh, the archers are there too. It's easy to forget that the archers are around because they don't really...
They're such background characters.
They don't really say anything.
They're just there.
I'm just like, oh, these are the red shirts.
Mm-hmm.
We're spending a lot of time with Louie and Faraz, so I'm thinking...
The archers are the pawns in chess that you sacrifice.
I think the archers are going to be the cannon fodder.
Yeah, I don't think that they're going to make it very long.
I don't know that they're going to make it.
Yeah.
Even though they're the ones that are out there grinding and trying to, like, level up. Mm-hmm. And Louie and Faraz just getting drunk.
Yeah. Although they're not going to be able to do that anymore because Mordecai's potion will make them violently ill if they have any alcohol again. Or drugs.
Yeah. But it was kind of sad because when Faraz says that he can't, or when Faraz finds out, or no, it's Louie.
He's like, that's all
he says, not cool, man. Not cool. It's all I got left.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, oh. These two had given up.
Oh, yeah.
They were done. They knew they had made it as far as they could go.
But now, they're with Carl and Donut and Katya, and they're gonna be forced.
Carl's gonna make them pull through. Yeah, because they're talking about, like, with Louie's spell, he should be at least a level 40 by now with that spell.
Right.
But it's the fact that they aren't using it. They're just using it to get by.
Oh, and then Donut, when Louie said that was all I had left, Donut's like, well, that's not true. You still have a date with Juice Box.
You still have your date with Juice Box.
Chapter 6.
Chapter
now.
6.
What do we got going on?
We've been on this for like 2 hours already.
I know.
We really better like pick it up a little. But this is the good stuff.
Right. So I don't.
We spent all that time on. Like.
Well, I mean, I don't feel like anything we said could be cut out. Like it was all important.
I know.
I understand now why Hello Crawlers has the hour-plus episodes.
I know.
Mm-hmm.
But I do think a lot of this can be like
condensed.
Yeah, breaking into City Hall. It was I mean pretty. It was kind of funny though like how Donut used her whole spell to try and get the door open and it didn't work. Like, oops, messed that up.
Yeah.
And then the door wouldn't stay shut, but...
But go figure, Carl plan
yeah,
A doesn't go
plan
as
A
planned.
doesn't
We
work.
have to revert to plan B, plan C, whatever.
Yeah. But it was kind of cool. I mean, they had Louie and Faraz with them, and they were using them to get in and stuff. But Katya was their lookout.
Yes, and what Katya had changed into.
Yeah.
Like a hidden, like a pipe on the wall.
Like a drain
whatever.
pipe.
Yes, like that was so
and it
cool.
put her high enough up, which she can move her eyes and mount wherever she wants.
She's
but
getting really good at that.
She is. She was high enough up that when they opened a door, she could look in and see who, and she's got the map.
Yeah.
So she can see what's going on in there. So she's their lookout while they try this. But anyway, they break in. They get broke in, and it's a whole deal. It's a whole heist story.
And they find out that the changelings are masquerading as the Dromedarians. Some of them.
Well, yeah, when they actually like get in there, of course everything goes to crap. So Carl starts blowing shit up right away. And it knocks, well, they do the cloud of exhaust.
They cloud the exhaust, but then they end up killing the two Dromedarians.
When he went unconscious, didn't he revert back?
Oh, yeah.
Because Mordecai told him, Mordecai was some kill him, but save his head. That's, or his brain, or his whole head. I can't remember.
Yeah.
Because that's a good alchemy. His brain.
The brain. Of a changeling.
Yeah. So, anyway, yeah. So I think it's when the exhaust cloud hit them and they went unconscious, they reverted back.
Yeah, I think you're right.
So, yeah, so they found out the changelings had infiltrated the Dromedarians. So
now we're trying to figure out what's the plan there.
What's going on there?
Yeah, what's their motive?
Yeah, what's that? And of course Carl's like, that I don't got time for that. I don't have time for that side story stuff. It didn't matter. Yeah. So they find out that the collateral is a gnome
called Wynn.
Named Wynn, who is an uncle of the commandant.
Kane, whatever.
Kane. Was it Kane? I don't remember.
I don't remember either. It's fine.
But they find out, that it's this gnome that's being held as a hostage. Yes. So the quest is complete. They have figured out what's in City Hall. And they immediately get a new quest.
Of course.
Then, which is, I can't remember what it's called.
The new quest is free Wynn from his bondage. So you have to try and free him, and then he'll provide easy access to the wasteland if you can free Wynn. And so Carl's thinking, oh, this is our way.
So they could use Wynn to get
up there.
Get up there.
But then we meet some subterranean crawlers.
Yeah, they show up. So in this, they're kind of in a cellar. And Wynn is on the other side of the barrier. But when they first come in, there's a map that's on the table. And Carl tries to pick up the map.
Because I thought Carl took the map. Carl took the map.
No, he tried and it disintegrated. But they looked at it and they got the information in their interface. In their whatevers.
Okay.
So he did not get the map.
But he had the information.
And everybody in the party got the information, but the map itself was destroyed.
Okay. Okay, that's
so Wynn was actually on the other side of the barrier. So immediately Carl's trying to figure out a way to like
break the barrier and
get through there because they know some things can go through. Anyway, he's on the other side. Well, yeah, there's some of the tomb crawlers.
The Tomb
Raiders show up and they're on a quest to get a map. They need a map because this whole thing is just this maze of tunnels and there's traps everywhere and there's no possible way they can figure it out without a map.
Right.
Well, Wynn immediately, of course, when they first got down there, Wynn thought Carl and the crew were changelings.
Well, at this stage, it's just Carl down there.
Is it just Carl down there?
Yeah.
Oh, the others are trying to hold the door shut, aren't they?
Yeah.
So he thinks he is a changeling
Mm-hmm.
who Carl knew as a dromedarian named Henrik,
Mm-hmm.
trying to trick him into giving up a spell that will reanimate a ghost named Quetzalcoatl. Oh, this was funny. Okay. So, it's this way, a voice cried, a man. The 5 crawlers rushed into the chamber, emerging out of the darkness. All 5 were male, all levels 23 to 26. It was an eclectic group. 3 were human. 1 was an odd creature with a human head and torso, but the body of a tarantula. So we got a mantar again instead of...
Yeah. Well, not quite a mantar. Well, I don't know what a spider tar.
Tarantular.
Arachnotar. I don't know. I'm thinking very Scorpion King from the Mummy, but spider version.
But the body of a tarantula. I didn't know what the hell the last guy was. He looked like a dude wearing a goddamn banana costume.
Yeah, that was amazing.
He said, "You bastard! You destroyed the map before I could even greet them." Quetzalcoatlus. So there's this whole mythos going on about the Tomb of Answer and all of this other stuff going on.
So that means that we find out the changeling's motive, why they're trying to get dromedarians and whatever.
But we don't know why.
We don't know why, but we don't know why what they're doing.
So there's a group of changelings that want to... So in this, like, Tomb of Answer, which is supposedly where the subterranean guys are at. Mm-hmm. That's why they call them the Tomb Raiders. So Answer's queen was this Quetzalcoatlus. Mm-hmm. And she died and is said to be... He built this tomb for her. And so it's very The Mummy.
Yeah. But her ghost is still said to been seen or like seen around.
And so... Yeah, so supposedly Wynn has this spell that will reanimate her, and then that will get the changelings something.
Yeah.
And when they confront Henrik a little bit later on, he keeps saying things like, "You'll do whatever you have to protect those you love." Mm-hmm. And it's like, what does it do?
Right.
Because we find out, there's a whole big... the mythos of this whole thing was there was a war, and there was 3 main guys trying to get the treasure in the tomb.
Right.
And one of them had completely, subjugated the dromedarians, and they were nothing more than slaves, and that's why the gnomes looked down on them, and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, there's a whole backstory.
There's a whole
that we learn later. That then gets changed.
Yeah.
At one point, but I thought it was pretty crazy how fast the Tomb Raiders killed Wynn.
Oh my gosh, Wynn was just like, you gotta kill me to get the map.
Yeah, kill me. He's a changeling.
That's not a car. That's not
a Carl. It's not a Carl.
It's not a human. It's not a crawler.
Yeah, his name's Henrik, and he's been feeding me mushrooms and whatever. And then they literally just doop, and then that was it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay. That was such a it was so funny to me because I could just see it just like a
yeah, I mean,
and that's all I could picture, just been like,
it was just instant. But it was so dumb though, because when they very first showed up, they knew the map had been destroyed already. So I guess it just shows how desperate they are that they'll just believe it.
Yeah. And then Carl gives them an earful.
Yeah, in this low thigh. Hey, I just got an achievement called Cock Block for ruining your quest. I guess you really are, Carl.
Then Carl tells him that they need to meet him at the Desperado Club or whatever. Something about how he's gonna kick their ass the next time that he sees them.
Yeah. And then I'm gonna give you the map.
Yep.
But the very next thing on the next chapter is new achievement. Total, utter failure. You failed a quest less than 5 minutes after you received it. Now that's talent. Reward? Ha! They get out of City Hall. So this whole next part is how they get out and everything. But the best stuff happens when they're kind of like out of the building and trying to get away. Is when the best stuff happens.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah. The Grolky?
The Grolky.
Oh my gosh, that was so funny.
It was so funny.
So they got this one from Batista, right? One of the Beanie Babies.
Right.
Grolky thing. And so Carl uses it. And at first I was like, oh, okay, so he's going to use it to take out some of these dromedarians or like whatever. And then the Grolky or whatever comes over, is like, where am I? What am I here for? And Carl's like, I need you to go hop up over that wall over there.
Yeah.
And it's like,
run down the street, then hop over the wall.
yeah, and he's like, you want me to run away like a little bitch or something?
You summoned me just to make me run like a little bitch?
Yeah. It's like, oh my gosh. And I was like, what are you doing, Carl? Because it was not clocking me his plan.
Yeah.
Yet at this point, I'm like, what, why are we doing this?
Then they pretend like just being bystanders, like, whoa, what happened?
And Katya comes walking over with a drink, just standing there like,
oh
like
my gosh.
neighbors out on a porch just watching the cops drag out someone from a house or whatever.
They're talking to a dromedarian. And Donut's like, oh my, what happened? Because Faraz is unconscious. So she's like, what? So Carl gets an empty whiskey bottle out of it.
Yeah.
And takes a drink. And so this dromedarian said it was some kind of these frog creatures and talked out. And then Donut's like, I never liked frogs and blah, blah, blah. And all of this. And then the dromedarian goes out, and that's when Katya comes strolling up, and she's got a glass of iced tea with a little umbrella in it. And she sipped on it. And she said, what was the plan again? Oh, yes, I remember. You were going to sneak in, figure out what they had hidden in there, and sneak out again undetected. Good job. He's like, that's what we have backup plans.
Yeah.
Andy says, at least they didn't know it was us. And she's
For
like,
now.
The frog con is not going to last. You know, they're going to figure this out, and then they're going to remember that the only other people that saw the frog were the new guys. So I was just like, Katya's just like,
yeah,
don't be a dumbass.
Right.
Just tearing it down.
Another kind of teasing moment.
Yes.
Like, just really setting in Katya is part of the team, and their whole thing. So
and
I really
just to, like, put a point on that, they have a couple more, you know, talking a little bit, and then Carl just, like, swipes her iced tea.
Which isn't actually iced tea.
Which is not. It's not. But I just love it. He just, like, swiped her drink. And it's just like, yeah.
Yeah.
You guys are buds. And again, I cannot stress how much I love that they have a friendship.
Yeah. Not a like romantic relationship.
Or a, you know, sexual tension relationship. Or any sort of interest in that way.
Yeah.
Just a friendship. How much I adore that. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. She says as the last 3 books that she's read, other than this, have been romantasy books. So I guess take that for what it's worth.
Yeah.
But at least I know that's what I'm getting into. Anyway.
For sure.
I love that interaction between the two of them.
Yeah, that was great.
So.
There was a line that Donut had here towards the first break in that chapter where she's talking to Carl and she's like, you keep destroying governmental buildings, Carl. People are going to start thinking of a problem with authority. I'm like,
just now figuring that out. Especially when the dungeon is trying so hard to make him an
anarchist.
An anarchist.
Yeah.
I about said an antichrist.
For some people he might seem that way, I guess, but yeah.
Yeah, anarchist. So I'm like, Donut, catch a clue, sweetheart.
Yeah.
Catch a clue.
Yeah.
Catch a clue.
I just thought that was so funny. I'm like, yep, Donut, you're onto something there.
Yeah. So they're also working through here to try and figure out how the collateral thing worked. Mm-hmm. How did the hostage thing work? How did they know, like, how did they know to bomb the other town?
Right.
And how do they know not to, how does this work? And, like, nobody's talking to them about it at the moment anyway.
Well, then that's when we have to use Donut's charm.
Yes,
have
we
her
do.
Talk to Henrik. The real Henrik.
Yep.
Not the
real one. Mm-hmm. But, for now, though, they go back to meet up with the subterranean guys. Mm-hmm.
Who did end up showing up at the Desperado Club. And I was surprised.
They did show up.
That they showed up.
But they have to be. But Carl told them he's got the map.
True.
So, you know, and they're desperate. They've got nothing. Mm-hmm. So they do have to kind of show up. But they also get new sponsors.
Oh, yes. That does happen around here.
So Carl gets a second sponsor, and it is the Open Intellect Pacifist Action Network Intergalactic NFC. Pacifists.
For Carl.
Who
loves to bomb and blow things up.
For Carl. He does say a little bit later, if I can find out where it was, about the point when I think they're getting ready to open their boxes or something. I wasn't optimistic. I was in the kind of an odd position. If they really were a pacifist anti-Krall group, then I supported their cause. Sort of. Being a pacifist was one of those things that looked good and sounded great when you're trying to get laid. Mm-hmm. Not so much when you were literally fighting for your life. I needed bombs and weapons and armor and shit that would help me kill as many of these fuckers as possible. I wasn't going to get that from a damn group of hippies, no matter how sympathetic we were for each other. And it made me, because in the beginning, Mordecai is talking about this, and he's like, yeah, you're probably not ever even going to get a box from them, because sponsors get to have commercials in the tunnel.
Yeah.
For anybody watching their particular crawler. Mm-hmm. And so Mordecai says, yeah, they probably just want the space to be able to
push their anti-crawl.
Push their commercials out there. Mm-hmm. And I was so strongly reminded of Operation Bounce House.
Yes.
Right? Mm-hmm. When that outside group bought the mech and dropped in, and they decided not to help them because they were like, well, what are they going to do for us? They're only trying to do this to make themselves. Mm-hmm. I was so strongly reminded of that. I mean, obviously Carl would take anything that they gave him.
Right.
That would help. Mm-hmm. But it does kind of remind me that if in their box they had given Carl some sort of communication device or something that he could, which was probably illegal, they're not going to allow that, but still, you know what I mean?
Right.
Carl probably would have been the same thing. He's like, I am not here to help you further your own cause.
Right.
You got all this money to sponsor me. Give me something good.
Exactly.
Give me something that helps me.
Yeah.
And I'll shout your name every time I'm on any kind of camera. I'll shout your name. But, you know.
Yeah.
But I was very strongly reminded of that when they got that. But then,
Donut sponsor the Verilux Real Pet Companions. Don't they just sound awesome? And her whole thing with them, did we find out here what? No, not yet.
Well, sort of. That's when Loida comes in.
Oh yeah.
To the chat.
Well, Katia got the Squirm conglomerate.
Who was the company that ran the last crawl.
Yeah, the Battle Royale.
Right.
Crawl. So Katia's got some interesting sponsors. She's got the sister of what's his nuts? The pig, the squealer guy.
The Skull Empire.
Yeah.
The Maestro's sister.
Maestro's sister. And now the Battle Royale.
The
Squirm
Squim.
Squim
Conglomerate.
So she's got some very interesting sponsors.
Was it? Or was that Hecla's sponsor? Was the crab ranch?
That was Hecla's.
That was just Hecla.
Yeah.
Okay.
Odette's.
Odette's. Yeah.
Yeah.
Husband.
Yeah. So very interesting.
Yeah.
With that. But they have Carl's sponsors are the only ones that have just one sponsor, and it's him.
Right, and it's him.
Yeah, and Donut doesn't like that. She's just...
Well, Donut doesn't like it because Princess Donatia sponsored someone else as well.
Has like 5 or something. And she's like, that's not fair. And her new sponsor has a bunch of other people as well, so...
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they're looking for product placement.
Mm-hmm.
Donuts are, but Loida comes in to the chat.
Freaking Loida.
Yeah. So she starts talking about that Donut's going to be receiving the benefactor box that will be a product sample.
Mm-hmm.
We are requesting that you take it out and interact with it a few times. And this is what I think is so funny. She says, Carl, feel free to make some of your famous comments about it. But then, just like not that much later, she tells him not to. Like, tells him to be nice. Because they're going to have to go do an infomercial.
Yeah.
On
infomercial on the product. It's like the Dungeons version of a product collaboration.
Mm-hmm.
Where it's like social media or whatever.
Yeah.
It's just so funny. And I love how excited Donut is about it. Because she's
all about it.
She can't wait to do this commercial.
She's all about it. But Loida kind of says that, I am not Zev, Carl. Do not speak to me like that. It will not be tolerated.
Yeah.
But she does, maybe it's a little bit later, she tells Carl to make his famous comments.
Mm-hmm. But
then she's talking about, like, this is a new thing that they're trying, and I think she tells him at some point, try not to disparage the products too much if you want Verilux to send you a real benefactor box.
Okay, yeah.
So it's like, well, you just told Carl.
You told Carl to be Carl, which usually is he's not gonna sugarcoat anything. If he thinks something's shit, he's gonna say it's shit.
Yeah.
And he's not going to go along with the script or whatever just to go along with it. And so, yeah, that was kind of interesting. I didn't catch that the first time.
Yeah.
He's going to have to rein it in a little bit, I guess, for Donut's sake.
Yeah. Anyway.
And then we find out that Zev is still in treatment.
Yep.
So, yeah, which is wild. We'll see that later.
But wait till you see the product.
Oh, I'm so excited.
It's great.
I'm sure.
It's so funny.
I'm sure Carl's gonna have a hard time.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
It's so funny. But pure Carl, he makes stuff work for him.
Good.
But yeah. But then we go into the Desperado. And this is, I think, one of Katya's first times being able to go into the Desperado.
Yeah, I think this is her
She didn't go with him.
Isn't
the first
her
time.
Second time?
She was training when Carl went out last time. Because
maybe
I think this is her first time.
Yeah. Because they added a third bodyguard.
Mm-hmm.
Very sullen.
Yes.
So another U2 band reference.
I had to look it up. I did. I didn't wait for Hello Crawlers to tell me what it was. I did. I looked it up. So yeah, another U2 reference. So there's 4 in U2. So
who else are we gonna add to the party?
Yeah, we're gonna have
bodyguard for
another one eventually.
But they go into the penis parade at the Desperado Club with Katya and Donut and Sledgy.
Oh my gosh.
Is this where Donut's like, I get another dance from Anaconda?
Yeah, because so they meet up with the subterranean guys. Mm-hmm. And so Carl leaves them with Katya and Donut to do the map while he goes out to make bombs or something. I don't know what he goes and does. Oh, and when he's talking with the subterranean guys, they get more information about Answer and Quetzalcoatlus. I'm going to have to listen to that a lot more before I actually know. Mm-hmm. But they say it's real because they can hear screaming and stuff.
Right, they can hear the ghosts
down there.
We figure out what the collateral was in the Bactrian town.
Right.
From them, the pig.
Right, the pig. Yeah, because they said after we failed the quest to get a map, we all got a quest to go to find and kill her. And nobody knows how to kill a damn ghost. So they're really trying to intertwine this stuff.
Yeah.
It's like, well, if they kill her, what will that get? What will that do?
Oh, the changelings are gonna rise up.
Now that I don't remember. Because I don't remember what happened with that.
Wasn't there something with that in the gate? Isn't there?
The Gate of the Pharaoh Gods.
And whatever, that's part of the same storyline.
Well, I think Answer made the gate or something.
There was like 3 of them because of the 3 watches, but
the 3 watches, but I don't know if that's if Answer made that.
Answer was the emperor,
right?
And they built the tomb for him. Blah blah blah.
Because I want to say he built the gate. Gosh, no,
we'll get to it. Yeah.
We'll get there.
Because I'm pretty sure it comes up in one of the descriptions
it
that changes.
The
whole
Ruckuses.
Thing. Mm-hmm.
Ruckuses does. Yeah.
Because it's right before the yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm with it.
So anyway, yeah. So he leaves. Oh, and I think Hello Crawlers made a really good point about Bobby, the guy that is the trap finder.
Oh yeah.
About how Carl notices how he's really nervous and twitchy. Mm-hmm. And when he talks, he stutters. And they brought up wondering, was he like that before he came in the dungeon? Or is it being the trap finder?
Yeah, the PTSD.
The PTSD of it all, gave him that twitch, gave him that stutter. And they brought up in the podcast about how they think we'll start seeing more. I mean, Lucia Marr obviously spectacularly had her mind broke.
Yeah.
How much more are we going to start seeing from the other kind of regular crawlers of stuff like this? Because, I mean, honestly, for the most part, people are remarkably normal yet.
Yeah, which is wild.
Yeah.
Think about, because there's been so much death already.
I mean, we see...
And so much fucked up shit.
We see how Florin has reacted. Mm-hmm. And I don't know. I mean, there just hasn't been... We've seen a couple different times, like Frank Q. Mm-hmm. We've seen how that did him in, and we assume Maggie Mai, because she's got to be psychotic by now.
Oh, well, I think Frank even mentioned it, saying how different she is now, and she's just so rage-filled.
Well, and we have hints of Chris, his personality changing.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I mean, but on the whole, we just haven't seen everybody going stark raving mad, because... Mm-hmm. But just a few, which is interesting.
It is kind of interesting.
So, when their point being showing this like Bobby, are we going to start to see some of these more subtle signs kind of popping up? Which I thought was an interesting catch. I didn't think about that.
I didn't either.
Thought that was really neat.
I do think that it's something that we would see more of maybe in this level when we're dealing with more lower level crawlers. Because... Yeah,
maybe.
I mean... I feel like maybe they're lower level because they've kind of given up or something. But then again, we have Lucia Marr who's high up there, so...
Yeah, but I think she's so high up there because she's insane.
Yeah.
Like, it seems like mostly, except for, like, Quan CH, but he's just a dick. Mm-hmm. Yeah. But the others, it seems like they're all trying to... They still have their humanity. They do try and band together. They do try and help each other. I mean, you saw that in the trains.
Yeah.
Working together and stuff. But So maybe that's it. Maybe they're all still just getting by. And so much. I wanted to go back and see how much actual time has passed.
Right.
And I was going to go back and look through the books, because all you gotta do is flip the first page and it says how many days for each one. But we can't be much longer than a month into this.
Oh, I think we are.
I don't
Maybe
think
a little.
so.
I'd say we're around 2.
There was one floor that was only like 4 days.
Yeah, but this one's 15 days.
Yeah.
The last one was 11.
Yeah.
So we're at least, 26. I'd say, into month 2.
Yes. Yeah.
I don't think that we're more than that. I think we're at least a few days into month 2. Would be my guess.
So you figure, really not a lot, and they're constantly going. There's like no downtime here. So maybe it's just a constant adrenaline rush, and it's not going to hit it. I mean, look at Mordecai. He's a mess.
Well, yeah.
But how much of a mess was he during the actual crawl he was in versus once it was over and he wasn't like fighting for his life 24/7?
Hunger Games thing here. Haymitch. From Hunger, it's very kind of similar, Mordecai and Haymitch.
I don't know. I just thought it was an interesting point that I really didn't think about, and so it was kind of neat. Watch Hello Crawlers.
Yeah.
On YouTube. It's a podcast that they videoed, so.
It's so good.
It is very good.
It's really good.
They do a read along. Okay, anyway.
Yeah.
Anyway, so at the end of that chapter, they get notifications that they have gotten some sponsor boxes. So.
Yeah. Oh, but before that, I just thought it was really funny where after they get done sharing the map to Morris and Bobby, Morris turns to Bobby and says, like, and you said he was gonna murder us, and Bobby's like, the day isn't over yet. I thought that was so hilarious. I'm like, yeah, you guys got lucky. Yep. But, yeah.
Well, that was another thing. I mean, keep talking about Hello Crawlers. But that was another thing that they talked about. It's like, once you meet Carl and interact with him, it's like, I would want to stay with Carl.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, I'm just going to stick with you, man.
100%. He's someone you want to have on your team, on your side, and you don't ever want to do anything to piss him off, because then you're going to have Carl on your ass. And
but he's still not going to do anything.
He's not going to do anything. Like,
he'll get mad at you, but he's still not going to do anything.
He's got a really nasty bark.
Yes.
And a bad bite when, necessary. But most of the time towards other crawlers, it's not gonna come
Not
out.
really. Not really. Because he keeps talking about how it breaks his heart every time he hears about or witnesses crawlers against each other. It just breaks his heart, because he's like, we all need to be working together to take this place down.
Yeah.
And yet we can't trust each other. It's like Hunger Games.
Yeah.
We are all in this together. They're making us do this.
Together. Yes. Sorry. I can't help it when the High School Musical references are just there.
Every other thing I say is a reference to her. I'm just saying. I can't say anything.
I don't know what you want from me. My brain is nothing but a media landfill. But anyway, they new loot box or whatever, benefactor box. Carl gets a benefactor box.
They got their benefactor box, or their sponsor boxes. So
from the Valte.
Yeah, and it's another freaking neural enhancement.
Yes, and
like
this one.
It's like.
This one,
Is nobody thinking that the mind worm people are trying to change his brain?
What are these doing to him?
What?
Every time he takes one of these pills, what is it doing to his mind, to Carl? Like, because I honestly, I didn't think too much about it.
Warning, this pill will cause a permanent change to your brain. This item cannot be unequipped or undone once installed. And look, I get that they're really freaking good prizes, because
it's very
obviously
useful.
The last one was amazing.
It saved their life. I mean,
but I just can't believe that, like, not even Mordecai. Is nobody thinking that the brain worms are changing his brain?
There's been zero hesitation from Carl.
None.
No one's been like, hey, like, maybe we should think about this first before we go make permanent changes to your brain. And, yeah, no, we're just popping pills. Like, they're nothing.
Like, it's nothing.
Like,
and again, the Valte are the brainworm people.
Yep.
And that line, keeping the best of you alive. I'm just like, they're not talking about the crawl.
This is gonna be invasion of the body snatchers, man.
They're like seriously wanting to keep you alive so they can harvest your body at the end. Well, that's what's gonna happen. Yep. And they're making sure that your brain has all the enhancements it needs to. Stop. But anyway, they're very good prizes, so I get it. You know, I'm like,
very useful skills.
Without this one, which is I don't remember if it has a name. It doesn't really have a name.
Yeah, no.
Just
neural enhancer number 275.
Yeah. So it allows Carl to know his elevation and airspeed.
Mm-hmm.
So again,
very useful.
And it comes into play almost immediately.
Yep.
Almost immediately. And it is kind of funny that it was a little bit ago, Mordecai was talking, and he was like, you know, basically saying, so you sponsors, if you, you know, send them some good stuff.
Mm-hmm. He manifested that shit. I loved it.
He did. Absolutely. But it's also like, okay, so Carl has the Valte and this pacifist group who were, Valte has a thing against Borant.
Yeah, so they're anti-crawl.
And I don't know if they're anti-crawl, but they're anti-Borant.
They're anti this crawl.
This crawl, but they're anti-Borant.
Yeah.
And the pacifists are anti-crawl.
Mm-hmm.
This Squim conglomerate is also not a friend to Borant.
Yeah.
I don't think Princess Donatia and... Well, Princess Donatia...
I think Princess Donatia has some stakes in this, like, as far as wanting it to end because of what happened to Manasa.
But that's not necessarily against Borant. But then you've got Agatha running around in here.
Well, Agatha's the Valte.
And I'm like, we've got little fingers. And they're, like, sponsoring the Anarchist. It's like, I just think it's kind of interesting.
Yeah, there's a lot of puzzle pieces.
Yeah, there's a lot of power plays going on here.
There's a lot of hands involved in all of this.
But then he does get a benefactor box from the pacifist group.
Mm-hmm. Which shocked everyone.
It did.
And then even more so when we find out what it is, because
it's a yam.
What is it?
It's a yam.
It's a yam. It's a yam.
A tourmaline root vegetable.
I love the AI's description on it. Like, it's a rare tuber, only grows in dirt that has been covered by lava. They are very rare. Nobody ever goes digging them up either. You know why? Because they taste like dog shit. That's why. They're pretty much useless. In fact, fuck you for wasting my time with this. I'm like,
but it does list it as an alchemy material.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I think it's funny when Carl was like, well, thanks. What does he say? Thanks for the yam, mystery aliens. I'm more of a mashed potatoes guy, but this'll do, I guess.
Yeah.
More of a mashed potatoes guy.
Yeah. Which, I'm with you, Carl. I'm with you.
But it also lists it as very rare in his inventory. Low value, but very rare.
So, that's interesting because Mordecai doesn't even really know.
Mordecai doesn't know
anything about it. And so now we kind of have this, what's going on in the background that these pacifists know that this is going to be useful for, that we haven't,
because none of these groups, like, outside are supposed to know anything about the crawl except what they see is going on. So it's like, what's with the yam? It's an alchemy material. That's what I keep coming back to.
Right. And I'm surprised that Mordecai doesn't know what it is, since it is an alchemy thing.
But it is very rare.
So
I don't know. Carl talks about consulting the cookbook too, though, so maybe they'll find something.
Maybe so.
I kind of think that might be something that will show up maybe way later. I'm not sure.
I don't feel like it's gonna happen. Maybe like when we get to level 9 with the wars or something.
Maybe.
I don't know.
Maybe the next floor with the hunting grounds.
Oh yeah. Oh yes.
You know, when they can. That's another thing they talked about with the marketplace interface, talking about how on the 6th floor, everybody starts really snatching stuff up.
Yeah.
Because once the faction wars start on level 9,
they can't
buy anything else. It's only what they bring with them or what they've had so far. So
I don't know.
So I don't know. Anyway, Donut is very disappointed with her benefactor box.
Yeah, because all she gets is an upgrade to her glasses.
To her glasses.
Yeah.
Yes.
Just like, oh,
which was a good upgrade.
A very good one.
This is a good upgrade. But
you know, Donut likes things. Donut's kind of a material girl.
She is a material girl.
So
most definitely.
She feels more special if she gets gifts and not upgrades.
Yeah. I did want to say too though, when Carl's messing around with his new interface and trying to get settings right and all of this stuff, and he said, I tried toggling planetary sea level only, but that was a mistake. It had me at just over negative 92,000 meters. I realized that meant I was standing 92 kilometers under the surface of the planet, and that was crazy. Was Earth's crust even that thick? Wasn't it all magma and oil and gooey shit once you got deep enough? I never paid attention in geology class. But I'm like, we know they're underground. But it's like, how far underground are we?
Apparently very far underground.
But I think, was it this one? Yeah. The second, another one, he said, was it 8,932 meters. It was labeled gravitational zone sea level. If I was reading it correctly, that meant we were 9 kilometers above the water quadrant, and that was damn high. So on top of the tower. If I was doing the conversion correctly in my head, that meant we were standing about the same height as the peak of Mount Everest.
Which is wild.
That was pretty wild. That also meant the necropolis of Answer was fucking huge. I didn't know how tall the tallest building in the world was before the collapse, but it had to be way less than 1,000 meters.
Yeah.
And somehow they've got all of this under the Earth's surface. And like, how is this happening? I hope there's an explanation for this stuff. Because he puts in details like this. And it's like, why do that?
If it's not going to come back later.
If it's not going to come back somehow later on. Although there is something at the end of the book that... just saying. But we'll get there.
We'll get there eventually.
They talk some about creating missiles.
Is that when they decide that they're going to go after Ruckus to test the missile?
But here's where it is. While he's making missiles with Mordecai, Katya and Donut finish giving the map, and then they go in.
Oh, is that
to the penis parade?
Now?
So they come back, and Katya has a pink boa around her neck. Manga was free, and he also had a boa dangling from his collar. He kept snapping at it. Feathers flying everywhere. And this was so funny. How it was read in the book was just, Donut's such a girl's girl. She just had a girl's night out.
Heck yeah.
8 more visits and I get a free dance from Anaconda. So funny. And I'm like, okay, what is named Anaconda in the penis parade? I really want to know this.
Do you want to know?
I do. I really, really do.
I feel like it's kind of self-explanatory.
We've got these hints because before Zev talked about the epic lap dance. I want to know. I want to know what goes on in the penis parade.
I do too.
I really want to know.
I hope there's like a bonus story or something. If they could include it in the main one.
Like, I
just want one of the pineapple cabaret things to be about the penis parade.
Really want to know. So yes, then they go out into, back out into the desert to test some missiles. Carl, I'm like, how did he know about the bird? Did I miss something?
They had seen it earlier.
Had they?
Yeah, because there was a point where Carl had, I don't know if it was on the map or something, but Carl had seen that the boss was outside the wall like a mile or so.
Oh,
I remember he had said that, but I don't know if they saw it on the map or what. But I remember him saying like, oh, well, we could go out there and fight it or something. But yeah, it's like a mile outside of the city walls. Famous last words from Carl is, don't worry, it'll be fine.
Yeah, don't worry, it'll be fine. Apparently there used to be a third Camel City that they tried to shoot down. They tried to shoot down the Buzzard, and it didn't go well. She's like, and you wanna fight this thing? It'll be a mile away. I have a missile I need to test. Fine. Don't worry, it'll be fine.
It'll be fine.
Carl goes, before they go out, he goes back to Scarnes and basically steals the telescope.
Well, he distracts Scarnes so that Donut can steal it. Right?
Yeah, well, he tells Donut to leave
a
gold up there.
Yeah, some gold.
So that they're renting it.
Yeah, and then Donut's like, oh, I forgot or something.
I
must have forgot.
She forgot. But in this...
She told me she'd forgotten.
Yeah. But in here, too, Carl is telling... Because we have an issue now. The collateral has been killed. And they still don't know how the proof of life is going to work. And so the town could be bombed.
Yeah.
So another reason Carl needs to test his missiles. But knowing that that could happen, he's telling Scarn where to go that will be safer than where, because his guardian Flint told him to go somewhere else.
Yeah.
And Carl's like, no, you go here. I will give you a gold piece, and everybody you bring with you will get a gold piece, but you go to the toe.
Yeah, so that way they can bring him into their personal space.
Or at least more likely have a crawler in the place with them.
Yeah.
So there's, Carl's already trying to, make sure everybody's safe. Doing that, but they go and they get the telescope.
Because he says, or Donut or someone says, the toe isn't a real safe room either. And Carl says, it's not, but our personal space is, and we can fit a lot of camels in there. So yeah.
Yeah. So they go out to kill a big old bird.
And then that's when we get the whole story about the Gate of the Feral Gods.
Right.
It's when Carl's zooming in on Ruckus. We get the description, and it's the bereft minion of Seamus Chain Drive.
Instead of... hang up. The update to Donut's glasses is a heat sensor.
Yes.
Yeah.
So she can, because the changelings have the hotter heads. Their brains are super hot.
Yeah, supernova
in comparison to the Dromedarians. And so Donut's upgrade, she can do the heat.
She can see the changelings. That's yeah. That's what that was.
Yeah, and Carl and Katya spent a lot of time, because Donut was very upset that was her upgrade and not a gift. And so they spent a lot of time going over how the new feature works and stuff. And so Carl had made a comment about, well, I wish we wouldn't have spent so much time, because now all Donut says is the temperature readings of everything or whatever.
She's constantly commenting on
the temperature of things. So that was really funny.
Yeah, but they found out they can detect changelings because their heads are so much hotter.
Yeah.
So, they... Donut out trying to figure that out, but
So they find out Ruckus is a burrow boss and a bereft minion of Seamus Chain Drive, and then this is where we get the story.
The house-sized bird, who is like half clockwork. It's
so cool. Yeah, there was one prize for Seamus Chain Drive one treasure artifact that he prized above all others, and it was the Gate of the Feral Gods, said to be buried in the long-lost necropolis of Ansur. But then that's when the whole dungeon freezes. after they read all of that, have that description about kind of a little bit of the history of the Gate of the Feral Gods, the mentioning of this artifact. And they have the message, please wait, and then it goes back to normal activities, and then that's when Carl talks to Mordecai about that.
And Mordecai's like, it happens. Which I think this is interesting too. It's not usually a glitch, but a gameplay timeout. So dueling routines can clarify and reconcile rule conflicts. So I think that's kind of interesting. That, you know, like, oh, hold up.
Yeah, so, and
something.
When the description changes later, that, what Mordecai just said, kind of full circle moment or whatever, because somebody is saying that the AI or whoever provided that description is breaking rules.
Right.
And we had to freeze to erase all this and change it.
Well, and Mordecai says an artifact is a legendary or celestial tier item one may find sitting around the dungeon or as dropped loot. Like I told you before, most of the best items in the game come from boxes on the first several floors. After the 6th floor, dropped loot, so stuff they can just find, starts getting much better and more magical. Artifacts start popping up around the 8th or 9th floor. They're usually very powerful.
We're not on the 8th floor.
Yeah, I can't help but notice we're only on the 3rd floor, or on the 5th floor.
Yeah.
So, and it says that there's an artifact here. And he's like, this is what we discussed a while ago. The showrunners control the storylines, but the AI picks out the specific loot. The AI can and will adjust aspects of the story to fine-tune the difficulty level or to keep the game fair, if you get what I'm saying. So I'm like, okay, what are we saying? Is it because there could be so many things?
That's true.
That this is. So I'm like, because this is not the first time we've heard Gate of the Feral Gods. It's just the first time it said it's an artifact.
Oh, I think this is
because there was another earlier on they talked about the Gate of the Feral Gods.
Was there?
I'm almost sure of it.
I thought that was the first mention that they had, but maybe it was earlier.
I don't know.
I just remember whenever I read it, and I thought it was in this section, I was just like, oh, book title!
Book title!
I'm pretty sure this is the first mention.
Is it?
They had, they've thrown around feral a lot.
Right.
And then we had some of the background into the tomb and answer and stuff, but I don't think that the Gate of the Feral Gods ever came up, because Carl would have asked Mordecai about it before.
That's probably true. Okay, but I guess still, obviously, the Gate of the Feral Gods is a built-in part of this lore.
Big time.
So, but don't the showrunners make the lore?
I don't know who makes the lore.
Right? I'm just like, so how could the AI just pop in something into the lore when it was obviously set up that all these people were looking for this treasure? That's what the subterranean level is. So, I don't know.
I don't know.
Maybe the AI was just dropping it too soon.
It could be, but it wouldn't make sense for it to be too soon, because they're literally, the necropolis is there.
Maybe they weren't supposed to find out until they were in the subterranean level.
Maybe.
Or more towards the end. I don't know, because it just seems like that's so integrated into the lore that
it would have come up anyway.
It was going to come up anyway.
Yeah.
So how could that be an AI construct?
Right.
Like the AI was trying to drop loot that shouldn't be there.
Right.
When it was.
Yeah, I don't know.
But then the AI makes the descriptions. So the AI made that whole description of Ruckus.
And then someone forced it to change it.
But yet the necropolis of Answer has been in everything.
Right.
So what other treasure were they talking about? Maybe.
I mean, there could be more.
Maybe
other different types of treasure.
True. Maybe the system had a different, and the AI put it in there.
Hidden cities, lost cities have gold and whatever. So,
but when the description changes, it's none of that.
Yeah, nothing about it at all.
None of that. Which is weird because we already heard about Answer and we already knew people were looking for treasure. I mean, why change the whole thing?
Yeah, I don't know.
It's just weird.
I don't know.
It's just very weird. Anyway, it's very weird.
It is very weird.
Anyway, we have a boss battle.
We have a boss battle, of course. And it doesn't go smoothly, but oh my gosh, the missile or whatever that Carl built.
Yeah.
The flames come out the back, or the heat comes out the back of it. And poor Donut is sitting right behind it. And Carl is telling him, like, he's about to shoot because he knows that there's the whatever exhaust from the missile that could come out. And Carl almost catches Donut on fire. Yeah. And she's like, what do you think, Carl? You know I'm flammable, right? Warn me next time.
But before that I had to because of the voice I heard in my head. Obviously, the audiobook was reading it in Carl's voice, but so he's going through the whole thing because he's used his little bottle cap things to make it guided missiles.
Yeah.
Right? So he's going through all of this. Target missile. I mentally clicked yes. Designate target. Once you lock it on, you can't remove it. Blah, blah, blah. So he goes through the whole bit and then click target. Target locked, bitches.
Charlie.
I just heard it in Charlie.
Yep. Same.
I could just see your target locked, bitches.
Yeah. I loved it.
I do too. So yeah, it doesn't go smoothly, unfortunately. He does this whole missile thing like a rocket launch.
Well, because they have they made a long distance missile that has two propulsion. Thank you.
Yeah.
It's hard to say.
It is.
So yeah, and on the second one that's supposed to propel it farther, it actually causes it to blow up.
Right.
Too early.
So like a space rocket launch.
Yeah.
When they go off and then it drops off and they get the second boost.
Yes. Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah. So then we're just like, oh fuck, what
maybe it got too hot or something like that. But yeah, it did not hit the bird.
It did not hit the bird.
So Carl changes it on the fly and
has him drive straight towards Ruckus. And Katya's like, what the heck? Is this where she has the second pair of eyes in the... Yeah.
She puts a mouth and a pair of eyes in the back of her head, but the eyes are on little stalks.
Yes.
And he's like, that is fucking weird. It was really fucking weird.
Yeah. But they head towards it, and the whole time the buzzsaw's just,
Oh yeah. This bird has like this long pole thing with saws all the way down that's
just swinging away like a pendulum of saws.
Yeah.
Just what in the world? And from a house-sized bird, imagine seeing this. That would be terrifying. Yeah. And they're driving straight towards it at this point. Like, okay.
Yeah. But honestly, they win pretty darn easily.
They do.
Because Carl pulls out, shoots 3 missiles at once. He targets it
on a wing in the neck.
Yeah.
Something. Both wings in the neck.
Yeah. But Katya's driving, obviously. And I thought this was really cool. Because again, she can't turn too sharply or it's gonna flip on him. So the chariot rocked as we turned too sharply, but Katya held her arm out in the opposite direction and a heavy weight appeared in her hand, causing the vehicle to right itself. She dropped the extra mass and we zoomed away. Nice.
Yeah. Katya is really getting the hang of this shape-shifting thing. She's getting so quick at it, and it's amazing to see everything that she's able to do and so quickly.
Yeah.
Like, that's wild.
Exactly. Yeah, so I just thought that was really cool, just that she was done. But anyway, they take down the bird pretty easily, honestly.
Easily, yeah.
For being a burrow boss.
Right. And
you know?
What, a level 55 burrow boss?
Something like
yeah,
that.
level 55 burrow boss. Like, it was a pretty easy takedown. Not that I'm mad about it, but...
No.
It was pretty cool just to kind of...
It was.
It was almost like another test battle.
Yeah. So then he tells Katya, get your backpack ready. We're going to bulk you up so you can lift it and stick it in your inventory. Talking about the 25-foot long saw blade thing. And she goes, Carl, you know how you're always complaining that they betray you? But she gets interrupted.
By an earthquake.
No.
That was caused by
a bubble notification.
Chris. We have Chris. Chris has entered the chat. He's in the same bubble as Carl, Donut, and Katya. And he has just defeated the castle in the water quadrant.
The water quadrant has been liberated.
It's been liberated.
All give congratulations.
Oh, hail Crawler, Chris Andrews too. So that was pretty crazy. And so that means now that he has the ability to move to whatever quadrant he wants. So he might be coming for Carl and Donut and all of them. And honestly, that's kind of scary.
Well, it's a little concerning. Carl's a little concerned about that.
Because Chris seems a little unhinged.
Yes.
Not gonna lie, he seems a little unhinged. And then we have Amani this whole time because Carl ends up talking to Amani in the chat. And she keeps saying, Carl, don't kill him. Don't kill him.
Right.
And so I'm like, okay, so how unhinged is Chris at this point where Carl might be forced to have to use some force with him or like whatever.
Yeah.
Like this...
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm still getting obsessed fanboy vibes from Chris.
The kind that turns like violent stalker when you don't do what they want.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like very unstable. And so I am concerned. I am also concerned.
So this is when they meet up with Henrik.
Okay.
After they get back to town.
And they figure out.
Well, they convince him that they're just wanting to help. And so Henrik spills the beans.
Yes.
About how the confirmation goes. And all of that. And he has part of this watch. It looks like a watch, which is part of a total piece. And so they go through this process, but basically this connects to a piece that the commandant has. And
it's like
they can talk through it.
Watches with FaceTime almost.
Yeah. So they can send messages and things like that. So having learned all of that, Carl has a plan.
Of course he does.
At least we know this time that Carl has a plan.
Yeah.
Normally, shit just starts to happen.
So we don't even get a heads up as to like we actually this is all intentional. We just like
we find out later. We know that he has a plan.
And is it a good plan?
It is. I'm not sure I'm entirely following all of the plan.
I wasn't either, but
because he tells.
There were so many moving parts.
He tells Henrik that he wants. I wrote down. I think it was here. This is the most Scooby-Doo plan yet.
Yes.
This
is like a whole. All right, gang, huddle up. Freddy's got a plan.
But the first thing he does is he tells Henrik. He gives him a message because he says like, if you wrote a note, could you do that? And he's like, yeah. So he gives Henrik a message to send through. And then also concerning is that Carl starts asking Mordecai if they can build a parachute. And then you're like, okay, we know they're going into the air at some point. And it's like, Carl, are you doing this for a safety measure?
Yeah.
Or what are you thinking? What are you thinking here? Okay. All right. And then he tells Katya, I have a job for you. 2 things. The first one is a little gross. Like, okay. All right. So, he gets around and starts getting the kids. He shows up at the toe, and there's a bunch of kids in there.
Oh my gosh.
It says, while Katya returned to the Desperado Club. What did you tell Katya to do? I don't understand. What did you tell her to do? Huh. Okay. I don't remember. And it's kind of driving me nuts. So anyway, yeah, they go and...
all of the kids in the personal space was cracking me up.
Oh, but this is where she talks about, this is a little janky, even for a Carl plan. And he's like, janky? I'm allowed to have friends, Carl.
Yep.
But, again, you've got Katya, who's a little more of the thinker. Carl's the doer. Whatever's in front of him at the moment, he's going to... And Donut is the social butterfly.
Yep.
She is just like, she talks with everybody. And it's like, dude, at this point, should it be a surprise that she's talking to Louis?
No.
She probably has Firas on there too.
Oh yeah. I mean, I'm surprised. Carl was surprised that she'd been talking to
right?
Louis.
I know.
I mean,
at this point, why are we surprised?
Donut literally is going to talk to everybody who will listen to her.
Exactly. Exactly.
Her charm is so high. She's got to talk. She's a yapper.
Yes.
She's a yapper.
Yes, her charisma is so high.
Yeah.
So then we get a line from Morris, one of the subterranean guys, the spider guy. It says, hey, so we did what you asked, package delivered, but we have a new problem. Okay, so first of all, I'm like, what?
Yeah, what package?
What package? And is that, did he meet Katya at the desk? Is that one of the gross things that he asked Katya to do?
I don't know.
I don't
know, because was it the blood? Like the body?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know. I wasn't...
I want it explained to me. But then we find out that basically, well, first of all, when everything went down in the town hall, we know that some of the walls got knocked around and caved in. And then
when
whatever Chris did is causing the tomb, the subterranean levels,
the necropolis,
to flood.
Yeah.
So
all the exits are closed. So Morris and Bobby are kind of trapped.
He's like, they couldn't get out anyway. So
yeah,
that really didn't change much of anything.
I mean, now though we have the whole flooding.
If it fills up,
the potential for drowning here.
But Carl, immediately, okay, make sure everybody has water scrolls. If it fills all the way to where you are, go to a safe room. Actually, you and Bobby return to the Desperado and plant yourselves there. If I need to build you something or get scrolls to you, we can get it to you more easily. He has already told Gwen in a previous chapter that you just tell me if I need to build you something, I'll build it for you. And I'm like, Carl.
Carl's being a helper, man.
Carl's a helper.
He's a helper.
He is definitely a helper.
Yeah. Yeah.
So anyway, we have all of that going down. But again, what's the package? Was it because, they only resurrected Gwen's head. So did they get rid of his body down there? But the way he said it just made it sound like package delivered. I don't know. I guess I got the impression that they were like setting part of a trap or something.
I wonder.
So I don't know.
I wonder if the package was Gwen.
Yeah, that's what I don't know. Anyway,
yeah.
Maybe it explains it. I just don't remember it later.
I don't remember right now either. My brain's starting to get a little foggy considering it's almost 11 o'clock at night.
Oh my gosh, we've been at this a long time, but we're almost done.
We're almost there.
We're almost done. So they get the kids into
their personal
space, which freaks Mordecai out. So there's a few interesting things that happen while they're getting the kids in there. Poor Ruby, first of all, who's part of her head.
Compression sickness.
Yeah, part of her head's caved in. She has compression sickness. And then we find out Juicebox lies to them. Carl asks her, why don't they ever turn into dromedarians? The kids. And so, they're not allowed. So only when they're at bars and only for entertainment. That was part of the agreement, was that changelings would never turn into dromedarians, so we don't do that. He's like, uh-huh. Is that so? So she lies about it, which is interesting.
Mm-hmm.
We find out Mordecai can stream movies.
Yeah.
Onto their screen.
And he has them watch Toy Story.
Yeah.
Love that.
But Donut goes insane.
Yes. Oh, what was it? What were the something? Oh my gosh.
Something about Mary.
Something about Mary. Yeah, she never saw the end of that, and it's been killing her. She's
been killing her
because Carl came home and turned on a video game or something, and he didn't. And the Sex and the City movie.
Sex and the Do you have the sex? And he's like, "This is why I never told her."
Mm-hmm.
So then we also get a little bit about the hunting grounds. So Juicebox is an NPC, but she's one of the more aware NPCs.
Yeah.
She doesn't really have that made up
memories.
Yeah.
Stuff.
Like they did on the last floor. So
yeah.
almost more like
the
Lorelai and Rory from the first floor. And then he tries to catch her out too, because she's explaining some stuff about let's see, Donut brings up the Gate of the Feral Gods, and Juicebox knows what that is.
Yes. Yeah.
So I'm like, this it's part of the lore, man. I don't understand. Because she's like, no, gnomes seek that prize.
Right. Same with the Mad Mage and the Bugbear under the sea.
Right.
So those are the three. We have the gnomes have one piece, the Mad Mage has the other, and the Bugbear has the other. The three.
Well, had it. He was dead. Now the changelings have it. Because Henrik has it.
I thought they had the Mad Mage one.
I think the Mad Mage, they say the Mad Mage still has his.
Okay.
Wherever he is. And she almost said Henrik and caught herself. And says one of our kind. And so then that's when Carl pops off with, so what is it you seek? So Juicebox, or Carl throws out the ghost, the ghost queen.
Yeah.
Just kind of a hey. And then she walks off, so kind of.
So there's something going on there. Oh, and that's when they get a new challenge, a new quest.
They get a new quest.
Squeeze out the juice box.
Yes.
Yeah. So they have to try to win the quest. They have to save Humptown from the inevitable bombardment, which will occur when the timer reaches 0.
I'm just thinking about what happens. It's so funny.
You'll also receive my undying respect because there's no way in hell even you can pull this one off, says the AI. That was so good. Oh, well, wait. There was something that they...
Well, they got to open boxes.
Loot boxes.
They got more boxes. They got more stuff.
For killing Ruckus.
Well, but he also got a fan box. Carl got a fan box.
Did he?
I think. Because isn't that where he got the duct tape?
He only had to be a silver boss box I'd gotten for killing Ruckus, which was 25 more surefires. Second item in there was the lotion.
Oh my gosh.
Or a boss damage enhanced seize the day toothpaste.
It's an
update.
Lotion bottle, Carl. Just like the bottle you used to keep hidden in your drawer by the bed.
Yes. Oh, I loved it. And then he got the jellyfish salt.
So my next item was the silver fan box.
Okay,
that I'd received at the end of the previous floor. It had just come available.
And that's the duct tape.
The duct tape. He got duct tape.
Oh my gosh, I love
They didn't troll him. They didn't troll him. They didn't troll him.
The description for this was so good. Odds are good you know who Ted Bundy is, so now my ears are perked. And our odds are even better you don't know who Vesta Stout is. And blah blah blah, you've received this prize. Will you use it to tie people up? Will you use it to save the lives of those you love? Will you wrap your ankles together and sensuously rub your supple feet up and down a dungeon wall while you run your hands through your hair? Who knows? But you just got yourself a roll of the universe's greatest duct tape. So that, oh my gosh, I was dying.
That paragraph, I know. That was the best.
Dying.
That was the best.
That was fun that he actually got something good out of a fan box.
He did.
Love to see that.
The fans did not troll him.
But yeah, now is when they
started
their plan.
Yeah, the whole Scooby-Doo plan.
Mm-hmm. And Katya really showing off her shapeshifting skills in this. All of the things that she had to be and form to, and
I know.
I could not get over it.
And how slick she was. She was quick and quick on the uptake.
Yeah. I was impressed.
So the whole plan was, the note was saying that basically they wanted to meet. Because they knew what had gone on in the Bactrian town. They were going to basically give Wynn back and hope that at that gesture of good faith they could negotiate a new peace.
Yes. Well, is this when they told him that he had cast the spell and he cast the spell to raise the queen or whatever?
He had cast the resurrection spell, and so it made him a little janky, according to Louis. So I don't know if the note said that, or if they said it later. They did.
Yeah, I was trying to figure out what
because they were saying, the gnomes were saying he doesn't look right, and Donut the healer.
Yes.
She got to learn lines again.
She loved. Oh, she was acting up a storm.
So they sent that note asking for a meeting, and then so basically they were coming down. So they had like all these airplanes, these hot air balloons were coming down, and there was a negotiator, right?
Yeah.
That Leon the negotiator, and they had their dune buggy with the wagon attached. So Louis and Faraz were in the wagon. And Wynn was sitting on the duct taped to the chair.
Yep.
That was now Katya.
Yeah, the body was Katya.
The chair was Katya.
Yeah. And she was the back seat of the royal chariot. She was the body of Wynn. And also part of Henrik, the fake Henrik. Because they had the body of the changeling.
Oh, yeah. That's right.
So she was like all of these things. And then the head of Wynn was the actual head that was now a ghoul because Donut had resurrected.
Right.
And so that's why. So the whole plan was that they were going to have Donut give Wynn the potion.
The healing
potion, which was just, Mountain Dew? Yes. It was just Mountain Dew that they got from the cabinet in their kitchen, and that was going to heal him, which would then...
In exchange, Donut wanted passage up to the wasteland so that she wasn't bombed.
Yeah.
And, of course, her manservant had to come along.
Of course, because who's going to carry Wynn up there? Do you think
I'm going to carry him?
Be for real.
So that would get them close so that they could send missiles up to knock out the knock-knocks.
Yeah.
So that was... And it mostly went according to plan. So the resurrection spell, like... The gnomes had this ability to detect a changeling. So they were touching everybody. So they had touched Wynn, and then... Like Faraz or Louis made a show of killing Henrik.
Yeah, that was before
they touched him.
Yeah, so...
But during the time he was touching him, they had to pull a switch. So Katya pulled back.
Because Wynn's head, like, disappeared or something, right?
Well, after he touched him, he moved to the back to inspect the corpse and Louis, or Faraz, whichever one it was. But they had Faraz had to...
Yeah, Faraz was the one that did it.
But he had to stomp on his head, or pretend to stomp on his head, because the body of the changeling, they had stomped on his head in City Hall, or Town Hall.
Right.
So he had to make a show of doing all of that.
Yeah.
So, Henrik had disappeared. So the gnome Leon went back to check that out and Louis out, and while his back was turned, Wynn's head disappeared because the spell ran out, Katya grew a new head on the fly.
Yeah, for Win. And yeah, that was crazy.
On the fly?
Yeah. Because Donut's resurrection spell only has a certain amount of time that it could work, and they cast it too early.
Right.
That was the whole
Because they were afraid they were being watched by a farseer.
Yeah.
So they cast it.
That was crazy. Like, Katya, in this whole scene, I think, was the MVP. Like, she was doing all of it.
Then they made the deal.
And they got access to the hot air balloon.
Yeah, but Katya had to suck herself in so that she only became Win.
Oh, yeah.
While Carl threw her over his shoulder to carry into the basket.
Yeah.
She had to suck herself in because he said, I hope they don't notice that
he's longer. He's taller.
Well, he's taller, but now there's no second chair.
Oh, yeah, there's no back seat to the chair.
Yeah.
To the Royal Chariot, yeah.
So in the time that he was picking up Win, she had to suck herself into just that body.
Which is wild.
Katya was the MVP here.
Yeah, she was doing it.
I mean, dang.
Yeah, that was crazy. But yeah, so they get into the hot air balloon, and then as they're going up, what happened that it went sideways?
Carl's looking at the sniper. And noticing this helmet, this motorcycle helmet that he's wearing, the short kind that doesn't have the front,
the mask on it or whatever.
And he has a flashback to his father because his father used to wear.
Dad. Oh my gosh, his dad's a piece of work.
But the first thing was this memory of his father angry. It was soon after Mom had left us. A month before he, in turn, left me to fend for myself. So, in the last book, we had a memory of his mom trying to kill his father and commit suicide on his birthday. His mom left. So, I'm like, did his mom
leave? Or did she leave?
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. And I'm like...
Because he said that she succeeded.
Right.
And
she only half succeeded.
Yeah.
So she must have left.
She had to have, because his dad was still alive. I don't know. That was rocky.
Anyway, that was the first thing. And that was just like a throwaway line.
Yeah.
But yeah, he was mad. His dad destroyed his fish tank, and his fish all
of his fish died.
But his memory is about trying desperately to pick up these fish and rescue his fish and getting cut on the glass, but that his fish died even though he put them in a cup. They still died. But every time he sees a helmet like that, it reminds him of his dad. And also that whenever I saw a helmet like that, I would think of that day and remember how easy it was to grow numb and not even realize it. I'd think, I'm never getting a pet again. All they do is die.
Yeah.
And it felt like the wrong lesson, especially now, but that's what happens, isn't it? The universe shows us how cruel it can be, and we are worse for it. And then he looks at Donut. And he's like...
She's more than a pet.
And Mongo. Sitting atop Mongo, doing her best to look menacing. He says she's not a pet anymore. Was she better off now? He didn't know. I'm like, oh. He always has these deep moments, like right in the middle of the shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I don't know what to... I don't entirely know what to make of that little passage.
Yeah.
I would think... it... Obviously, maybe that's why he was... Even though we all know that he loved Donut, he was gonna kidnap the dang cat.
Right.
And obviously Carl's her person. But why he was never, like, open about that?
Right, like why he never...
Like, acknowledging that, and even, like, coming into the dungeon at first, he wasn't real keen on having her. And maybe that's why. But it's like here, it's like he's recognizing she's not a pet anymore, which has been alluded to before as well. And I'm like, wouldn't that make him happy then? That.
Well, I think it goes back to the whole thing of he's not sure if he can keep her safe and if
maybe
she's going to stay with him. Because everybody that he ends up loving leaves.
Yeah.
And stuff. So I think Carl's got
I don't know. There may be just a lot going on in that little passage.
Yeah. Honestly, a lot of trauma. A lot of trauma.
Oh. No doubt.
Yeah.
No doubt. But yeah, that happened like way before they even came down.
Well, and I wonder too if that's where, because I think Carl has a lot of self-worth issues.
Probably.
Yeah. And I don't know, because he's always it just kind of makes it sound like he doesn't feel like he himself is good enough for the people in his life, and that's why they leave. That's why they can't stay loyal and whatever. And
does he think he's not good enough, or does he think that he can't?
But I don't know.
I don't know, because when he has flashbacks about B, he doesn't seem to be like lacking in self-worth. Because I mean, he honestly did not know any of the cheating was going on until he actually was confronted with it.
Yeah.
And when he had the flashback between like B and his mom, I mean, he was like, "Yeah, I am a simple guy. I admit that."
I don't know. That was almost like a derogatory comment towards himself.
I don't know.
Because I mean, like, you can say like, okay, yeah, you can be accepting of whatever, but still not think that that's good. Like, almost.
I don't know.
I'm kind of getting the sense that he has a little bit of a self-worth problem.
I don't know if it's so much self-worth as he is too scared to have people depend on him that he won't be able.
Let them down.
He won't be able to meet their expectations, or in this instance, keep them safe. Like, he's constantly worried about Donut. And that he won't be able to keep her safe.
Yeah.
Not that it would necessarily be, I mean, a different way of not being good enough, I guess.
Yeah, I guess that's kind of...
Not because of any of his own self-worth, but just that he may not have enough skill to keep her alive.
Yeah.
Kind of thing.
Which that would make sense, because, I mean, in that whole passage with his dad, he never once, like, went after his dad, being like, he shouldn't have done that, this was a terrible thing to do. He accepted it as, oh, this was my fault. All these fish, the fish died because of me, and my dad had a reason for being mad, like, what, all these things.
I can't,
So, and then now that's
I shouldn't have a pet.
I shouldn't have a pet because I can't keep, even though it was his dad's fault the whole time. So,
right.
Yeah.
And I mean, I guess maybe that's just another kind of self-worth. I don't see him as having low self-esteem.
No, but I do think that it is...
That he's afraid he won't be enough to protect people.
Issue cutting people out if they deserve it.
I don't
know.
I don't see him having... Because honestly, in this situation, he has every reason to be afraid that he won't be able to protect Donut.
Yeah.
I mean...
Every single day is a chance for Donut to die, especially with her low constitution.
Exactly. So I don't know. But I'll tell you what, I think we're going to find out. Maybe not in this book, but eventually.
Eventually. I'm sure.
Anyway.
So.
Onward.
Yes. Chapter 12.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we don't get to see what happened in the balloon yet.
I don't remember
why
it goes sideways on
I don't either.
Oh, it doesn't go sideways. They just
that was
spring
part of
their trap.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, they just spring their trap.
Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah.
So they're up in the basket. And yeah, I think they're just Donut's like leaping up onto the side.
Oh my gosh.
I'm a cat.
Yeah, and then she almost falls.
She almost falls.
Luckily she falls inside of the basket. Oh my gosh, Donut.
Yeah. Okay, so here's a little bit more about Answer. The Bactrians and Dromedarians were the slaves who built the tomb. Answer came and subjugated them and forced them to their knees. The camels, alleged great fighters, were the first to fall. They were complicit in the horror Answer and his people brought to this world. They are filth and deserve to be destroyed. Because Carl's asking them.
To know why they hate the camels.
Yeah, like, what's the deal with you
why
people?
Is there war or whatever?
Yeah. Once they are gone, this world will be better for it. That will leave us with only one last task before we can leave these lands and have peace.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like they're like gonna like genocide everybody.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's where he talks about they'll only have one more, the Mad Mage.
Mm-hmm.
And Carl says, "Hey, wait, does this mage guy have the artifact?" And that's he has a third of it. So that's when we find out it's in pieces.
So they still need to locate the Mad Mage's part because the other two parts are already okay. They're already in play.
Yeah. So his crew on the ground starts shooting missiles.
Oh yes, Langley, the archers.
The archers.
The archers.
So that's when everything is going to hell. Katya grows spikes, shoves them in the basket. Donut's coming on. Carl's got an arm wrapped around a rope, and Donut casts her hole spell.
Yep, and all of the gnomes just whoop through the hole.
That
except for the one who grabs onto the side, and then we have the little astral paw.
The astral paw that shoves him off.
Oh my gosh, that was such an amazing cat moment because you could just see just little.
Exactly. But I mean, some of the coolest things that they do are the quickest.
Yeah.
It's just like no big prolonged battle, nothing build up to it. It just happens. Like the whole spell from the train when they cut off the war mage's head. And this is just like, whoop, there it is. And like, Donut has the best line.
Is it the wow?
Yes.
Wow, they're still falling. Nope, not anymore.
Level 34, Carl! I got a lot of experience for that.
Yeah, and then that's when she almost falls.
Yeah.
She's like, oh really, Carl? I'm a cat, I'm a master of balance or whatever. And then she slips and falls inside of the basket. I'm like, oh my gosh, Donut.
Yeah, but they're throwing all these grenades around, and so this is where then they have to, well, Carl's shooting some missiles because they're
getting shot at.
They're getting shot at, but he's going to knock out the knock-knocks. So that...
Yeah, because they don't have long before the bombs are going to start falling on the city.
Yeah.
So they gotta take them out.
They're down to just a couple minutes, 5 minutes at this point, when Carl tells Langley and the guys, get out of there, you've done your job, you're good, get out of here. So, and then Katya, once again...
With the freaking...
With the crossbow.
The bolt direct hit.
Dang. She, like, killed a sniper.
Donut uses the clockwork Mongos to get some of the knock-knocks out, I think. We
are, like, whipping out everybody.
Pulling out all the stops.
Yeah, so she had to get Mongo out so she could cast...
The clockwork Mongos.
Cast
clockwork
those.
triplicate, whatever. And poor Mongo's freaking out.
He's freaking out. The other ones, well, one of them jumps in. And then because they have extra weight of Mongo, they stay still, so you just see this other balloon rising up with this blood everywhere, and this other Mongo just going to town.
Just loving it. Having a blast.
I mean, you could just visualize it. Just every walk up.
Yeah. Donut gets up to level 35. She's so excited.
Oh, she is.
And then they have to try and get Mongo in his carrier again, and then Mongo's too scared.
Because it's time.
Mm-hmm.
It's time. This is the part that surprised me. I mean, I should have seen it coming because he'd been asking about parachutes. But yeah, I mean, just, I honestly thought, I remember, like, the first time through, that this is how they were gonna take the castle.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they were gonna get up there.
Yeah.
And then they were gonna, like,
storm
it, take it, and then save them by not dropping the bombs, right? Oh no! Because we've got 3 other levels, 3 other castles we need to be working on here.
Yep.
Nope, that's not it.
No, we're gonna shoot all of these missiles at it and make it fall from the sky in pieces.
Well, and blow up the bombs.
Yeah.
Blow up the bombs, and it doesn't destroy it, but it breaks apart a lot of it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because 1 piece still stays in the sky, and then the rest of it all falls down.
Kills a bunch of gnomes.
Mm-hmm.
And then they jump.
They jump, and they have to take the Dolores Doesn't Splat potion that Mordecai made them, and it makes it so that, the surface that they land on softens.
Well, first of all, it makes them go faster.
Oh yeah,
because they have to reach a certain airspeed before it would work.
Mm-hmm. Which is where Carl's Beltane pill comes in
Exactly.
handy.
But yeah, because the whole thing behind that was it was a mix of 2 different potions.
Oh my gosh, the rock buffaloes, or what was it? The rock buffaloes?
Yes.
Yes. The combination of the rock buffalo mating ritual or something, and some other thing.
Yeah, there was another one. First, we actually sped up. Our 5 seconds to impact turned into 2 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
And when each of us hit the ground, our bodies temporarily softened the surface we were hitting, allowing us to penetrate deeper than normal.
Uh-huh.
This had the effect of vaporizing the sand dunes we were hitting, and in Donut's case, utterly demolishing the thorny devil mob she rocketed into.
More experience for Donut.
But in order to impregnate an in-heat rock buffalo, it was required for the male buffalo to penetrate his lady love 5 times in rapid succession. So
how many times did they slam into the ground? 5.
He said we slammed the ground with the force of a meteor, rose up 15 feet into the air, and slammed it again.
And again.
And again.
And again. 5 times.
But what's really cool is, like, because of like shattering things, Carl's laying there and he thinks he's still falling because sand is running down. And he kind of is like, no, but he is like walking on air because he hit the barrier of the subterranean, but the sand can fall through it.
Yep.
So he pulverized the rock, just destroyed the rock on top. And so he's like, that is such a cool image, too.
Yeah.
Such a cool image. So the AI is disappointed.
Because they complete the quest.
And I didn't remember that part. I did after I thought about it for a minute. So I was reading this going, oh, I don't understand why the disappointment. Why he sounds pissy. But he says, so for being technical here, you won the quest. You saved Humptown from the bombardment. Congratulations. If I was allowed to upgrade your prize, I would. Maybe. I don't know. Actually, you know what? No, I wouldn't. Fuck you. You've received a platinum quest box. And I'm like, okay, the AI is pissed. Why?
Right. Yeah, I have no idea.
I remembered. And it's funny as all hell.
Of course it is.
I remembered. But, yeah, and that was like, why?
Yeah, there's something that we haven't learned yet as to why the AI is so mad. But
yeah, there is.
Yeah, so that was fun.
So, I mean, really?
But they still have to figure out how to get because Commandant Kane, whatever.
Yeah.
He's still up there with his daughter.
Right,
the piece is still in the sky.
So there's still a piece attached to a balloon, and it's floated all the way up to the top of the bubble, but Carl uses the telescope, the Farseer,
Mm-hmm.
and he can see this little girl basically using a Farseer to look back again.
Yeah.
And he tries to wave at her, because of course he does.
Yeah.
And she just turns around and opens the door, and when she does, he sees Commandant Kane inside too. So he knows the party needs to get to, and now they're all the way to the top of the bubble.
Yeah, because they need to take all of it down to get the stairwell.
Yeah, they need to take the castle.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so the part that's left is like a house sitting on this like little piece of yard. Yeah. And you can just think, like, was that like somebody's house on the surface at some point?
Oh, I don't know.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, did they just drag this whole jagged piece
maybe
of
so.
somebody's house and yard down?
Maybe so. That's crazy to think about.
Anyway, I don't remember for sure. Anyway. Yeah, so now they're still going to have to figure out how to get up there. Because they did not destroy it.
Yeah.
And I don't know if destroying it would have qualified as... Wouldn't they have destroyed the stairwell? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either. Because it almost sounded like Chris blew up the castle underwater.
Yeah, maybe.
Because Gwen was talking about the ocean doing something weird and the sky's on fire. So I don't know.
The ocean's half empty and now the sky's on fire. What are you doing?
Yeah. But at this point, Carl has decided that they're going after the gate of the Feral Gods.
Oh, he wants it.
He wants it.
He wants it.
Mm-hmm.
This is, a legendary thing. And it didn't just drop here for nothing.
Right.
I want it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, he's going after it.
Yeah.
He definitely is. And there's just something about Carl that I'm like, dude, you're getting a little power hungry.
Sometimes he has those moments, like with the
ring. The ring.
Yeah. It's like, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know. It's a little... He's a little spooky sometimes.
Sometimes, but it's fine. It'll be fine.
Yeah, okay.
And then Zeb pops up.
Zeb's back.
Zeb is back. Oh my gosh, I was so excited when I saw Zeb's name. Until I wasn't so excited to see Zeb's name.
I know.
Oh, she's been brainwashed.
Zeb has been re-educated. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, every time that she referred to Donut as Crawler,
I know.
my heart just broke. I'm like, what are we...
I know.
Stop, they were besties.
But at least she doesn't have Loida's. She's still, like, her voice is still, like, Zev. She's just, like, not talking like a friend.
Yeah.
Like she did before. But her voice is still pleasant. She's still, being nice to them. She's just not... Because Donut asked her, why can't I message you? And Zev said, it's not necessary, Crawler.
Oh.
Don't worry, I'll let you know if there's any additional areas of concern. Now get back out there and kill, kill, kill.
Zeb, no!
Zeb doesn't say that.
Zeb, no!
I know. So
that
Zeb's been re-educated.
That was rough to read.
Yeah.
Once I saw her, read that she said that, I was like, oh. She's not just playing.
Yeah.
Her re-education went well, I guess.
So, yeah.
Yeah, that's where it left off.
That's where it left off.
Oh my gosh. So much happened in 12 chapters.
So much.
So much happens in every chapter and every section that we read.
I know. And like I said, the more I kind of read it, the more I'm remembering what happens. And, I mean, yeah. They just jumped out of a damn basket. And it's like, okay, does this get any, like, weirder and crazier? Yeah, it does. It goes absolutely
100%.
bonkers insane.
That was so mild for anything that they've been through
Oh,
already.
I know. But it just...
I'm nervous.
There's a scene at the end.
Yeah, I've been warned. Yeah. It's exactly the face that the other person had told me about it. Yeah.
I'm thinking of a couple different things.
Mm-hmm.
Because, I mean, there's a point it goes absolutely apeshit. Yeah. Carl's a helper.
Yeah.
How is there a happy ending in this whole thing?
Yeah. Because, I mean,
you know what I mean?
That's kind of like...
Okay, so Supernatural. How was that ever going to end happy? You know what I'm saying?
I mean, technically, it did end happy.
Well, yeah, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
You know what I mean.
Yeah.
So, how does... Because honestly, can you see after the crawl? Can you see... What the hell does that even look like? And Carl is not going to be satisfied until he pulls it all down.
Mm-hmm.
So honestly, what I'm seeing, and it won't be because it's too damn predictable, that Carl will use his nuke.
Yeah, they're all gonna go down with the ship. That's like my vision.
He's gonna be like suicide bombing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, absolutely. That's the only thing.
He's the captain on the Titanic, just going down with the ship.
This is the only thing I can see.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
And that is,
but I have a feeling.
To tell us.
I have a feeling it's called a doomsday scenario for a reason, obviously, because as soon as he takes it out, it's gonna explode. I've heard that he's planning 10 books. But that all 18 floors will be covered in those 10 books.
Well, it's a good thing that the books are 900 pages long.
It makes me wonder if there's some sort of ploy that Carl starts, like, dropping floors. Like, he doesn't have to spend 15 days working his way through. He finds some kind of cheat code that drops him down or something. I don't know.
Maybe.
But that's just what I've heard.
Yeah.
And it's book 8 coming out, which will only be floor 9, 10.
I don't know if that's
I think.
So far. But this is 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Floor 9. Right? If they each do.
But I don't know if there is.
For book 4 is book 4, 5.
Well, so far they've only done 2 floors in a book one time. But I almost want to say this book is the 9th floor. So I wonder if they, see, this is the 9th floor. So there's another book that they're going to do 2 floors in. Because this is the 9th floor. So yeah, we've got 5, 6, 7, 8,
9.
So we've got to have one of these books will cover 2 floors again. Because this is the Faction Wars book.
Ooh. Makes sense why it's like so thick.
Yeah. So I don't know those last 2 books to have to cover 8 floors.
Yeah.
Or maybe he won't do 18 floors. But
maybe it ends.
I don't know. I don't know. We're gonna find out though.
We will.
We're gonna find out.
Yeah.
At some point, but yeah. We need to stop speculating and end this.
Yeah.
You gotta drive home yet?
Yeah. It'll be like 1 a.m. by the time I get home. Almost. That'll be fun. But anyway, that is going to do it for part 1 of our Dungeon Crawler Carl. Book 4, Gate of the Feral Gods discussion. Oh my goodness.
You can tell we maybe need to stop, like, practically reading the book.
No. Okay, no. Because we need to talk about these things.
I know, but we could probably condense ourselves a little bit.
Why are you trying to take the joy out of
I'm sorry. Okay. Sorry.
But anyway, if you guys enjoyed watching this video, us pretty much reading the book to you, as Kelly just said, please be sure to give it a thumbs up, like the video. Go on down, hit the red subscribe button, join the Everyday Adventure family so you don't miss out on any of these wonderful, amazing book videos and all of our other wonderful, amazing book videos that we have and everything else that's on the channel. And also go and follow us over on TikTok and Instagram at Everyday Epic Book Club for extra content that's usually a surprise because we're not very scheduled with all of that.
We are not. We are not. However, you know, in between waiting for us to do some of that, you can check out the rest of Amy's channel because there's lots of other content on there. There's lots of book content, but there's more content as well. There's home renovations. There is thrifting. There is kitty cats. All kinds of things. So you can check all that out. And you can also check out her blog, where she has features like Watch It Wednesdays and Foodie Fridays and a new cooking that I can never remember what you're calling it.
Kitchen Chaos Adventures.
There we go.
The KCA.
All right, Jason. Go Jaguars!
I like acronyms, okay?
I've got to rewatch that.
Oh, yeah.
It's so funny. Anyway, check it all out and become a part of the entire Everyday Adventurer family.
Alright, well, like I said, hope you guys enjoyed watching this video, and I'm Amy.
And I'm Kelly.
And we are
The Everyday Epic.
See y'all in the next one.
Bye.